6 weeks ago, didn't it? Oh.
Yeah, she's celebrating late. Yes, people, welcome to another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A member special. So this is a member special, so you're going to get these probably till the end of the month. You know what I mean? We're going to get all the members on who we can get, because that's one of the perks if you are a soldier or high up. That is one of the perks. You get to have a guest appearance on the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A per month. You've seen Winner Surfer on the channel before. He was on Agenda FC last week, I believe. He was on one of the most hilarious Q&As, and we were just slaughtering North London. Like Arsenal and Spurs just got it for the entire show. Make sure you follow Winner Surfer across all his socials. Catch him. If you want to hear Arsenal and Spurs slander, he slandered Spurs like I slander Arsenal. So if you want to hear top-notch Spurs slander, Winner Surfer is your guy. Like his Arsenal slander is hilarious, but his Spurs slander is on a whole nother level. Kind of like my Arsenal slander is next level, and then my Liverpool slander is great. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But yeah, another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Sarcasm City TV, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I'm joined by one of my fellow co-hosts, the lovely Manchester City fan, Yan City. How you doing? Are you good?
Great, fantastic. Very upset at the same time, is what it is.
Why are you upset? What happened?
Aguero.
Oh, yeah. He's going Barcelona, isn't it?
Very emotional, you know. I've not even seen it yet, so I can cry. I didn't watch it. I will tomorrow.
Okay. Well, we're here for you in it. Therapy settings and that. So if you want to cry, that is all right. People asking for Ryan. He can't make it on this show, but he will be back on Wednesday or Thursday. We're unsure when we're going to do the midweek one. So it might be the night of the Europa League final, or it might be after. Hopefully, I'm trying to do it the night of. Regardless of if United win or lose, I'm trying to do it the night of. Like 100%. And there isn't a watch. There might be a watch along on the channel. I'm not on it. I'm just letting you lot know now. I've said this for the past 2-3 weeks. But when we beat Roma 6-2, I said I'm not on the watch along. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get spoilers. I'm not trying to have you lot troll me while man is whilst man's trying to watch the final. Let Villarreal go a goal up in that. You lot won't shut up in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I'm not having that. Welcome him also. You get me another one of the Chelsea Dons and that. Man like the big guy. What are you telling me, my G? Man like Timo. I'm gonna call you Timo from now on since you was loyal.
Yeah, not doing too bad. It's a bit sticky one. It's a bit sticky one for my client today, but here we are.
You're having it. Hey, as long as your client is on point in the Champions League final, that's all that matters. That's when you need him fighting.
Just so you know, Fatou, my lawyers are sending you a lawsuit for a trade description act for Werner as a striker. So he's just sending out.
Don't worry, your lawsuit will be going to my office for sure. And we handle this in a professional manner. But yeah, here we are.
It's a Chelsea civil war.
We're gonna do that. And welcome also to the show, man. Like AO, you know what I'm saying? Yes, AO. What you telling me? You good?
Good. How you guys doing?
Yeah, man, we good. Yeah, man, it's good to see you on that. So all three of these, not only are they all our dons, they're all members of the channel. So that's why you see them. If you want to become a member of the channel, the link is underneath in the description. And the Q&A, even though it's a member special, will just go the same as normal. So you can ask us any question, any sporting question, past or present, because you'll always be asking random questions. But this is the chance to get it off your chest. And we'll be discussing everything. We will get to the comments. If you're watching on YouTube right now, make sure you get the likes up on the video, share it across all the socials, and subscribe to the channel also. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. We're also on Twitch as well. So make sure you follow us on Twitch. It's Sarcasm City TV, like the YouTubers, and it's road to 3K in it. So get us to 3K so we can do this 3K party in that. And we can all get waved. And we'll do it. It'll be crazy in that. Yan City's already ready in it. You're ready for the 3K party in it. She's got a 2% wine there ready to go in that. Let's go in it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's like, for those that can't see, she just pulled up her eyebrows at me in it. But we move. Ravi says, latest is greatness. Big up to you. Yeah, Yan was the reason we was running late. Love to Mimi. She'll ask all this guys. She's lying in it. When is she ever the first there? Mimi definitely came to troll through. Mimi's out here spreading lies. She said, nah, Yan's not to blame. Flawless. Nah, blame Mimi in it.
Exactly.
Nah. Blame Mimi in it. It was her fault that I was late. Nah, it was her fault. I was late. Blame her in it. That's all I'm saying. It was her fault.
People.
Nah, it was her fault. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna deny it. You know, this is ridiculous. Trying to slander my good name. I'm tired of this shit. Look, you will say lateness is greatness, but don't let it run. See, look at the sabotage from the start of the show. We ain't even 5 minutes in. They trying to sabotage my great name and that. You know what I'm saying?
Where's Ryan?
Ryan, he's not on tonight, unfortunately, in that, but he'll be back though. You know what I'm saying? Ryan will be back. I'm glad he's not on. I'm not gonna lie, because Liverpool went into the top 4. He would have been unbearable. Is he not? Oh, that he's chatting the most shit. He's talking about Graziano, Potterino, and all this shit. Notorious FAT says big up. Emmanuel says big up. My man, Sakib says
apologize for the Salah slander. Ryan needs to apologize.
Oh yeah,
Ryan needs to
right.
apologize for the Salah slander. He needs to. Without Salah, we don't make up. He does. Emmanuel here says we're going to need some Pochlanders today. The magic is gone. He won 2 trophies. What are you talking about?
What happened today?
2 trophies.
What did they lose?
About today? They didn't win the title, but he's won 2 trophies while he's there. I hear
what happened to PSG? Did they lose?
PSG won. Leo won, but Leo won the title because they both won. Because Leo won the title. You know what I'm saying? And then people are trying to get onto me, and I'm like, right, man, won a double in half a season.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, go
when
on.
Man City win the League Cup, everyone's talking about the Carabao Cup's dead. That's what Poch has won. When we win the Community Shield, it's not a trophy. That's also what Poch has won. So he's won the equivalent of the Community Shield and the League Cup.
All right, let me. No. Let me go on, Ao. You go to that. Ao,
no, he won the equivalent of the FA Cup, and
he won the Coupe de France.
Yeah, he won the FA Cup.
And here's another thing as well, Yancy, that you're forgetting. We're on Sarcasm City TV. You're talking to me, and that agenda's half the agenda, innit? You know what I'm saying? And that agenda's over facts. Yeah, me, man, want to double.
Let me give some facts. Because I'm a Poch fan. Yancy knows this. I'm going to say this, right? I don't understand why people are getting onto Poch. When Poch took over, right?
We're not getting onto Poch.
Not you. A lot of people online are getting. A lot of people are getting onto him. When Poch took over, right? PSG were 3rd. They lost 4 games. Yeah, they were 3rd. Yeah, when Tuchel got fired, they were 3rd. They lost 4 games. They fired Tuchel. He came 2nd.
That's crazy.
And they lost 4 games also under Poch. So my question is, if 2 managers that we count as good have coached the same set of players, no new signings, and gotten similar results, is it the manager's fault or is it the player's fault? That's my question.
Tuchel's dead team. That's what it is, isn't it? But you better get it together.
When Pochettino took over, Lyon were leading the table, weren't they?
He was Lyon, yes.
And now he's finished 2nd, but Lille are champions. Yeah.
Correct.
So it's not as if he finished behind the team he started with. He's finished behind Lille. Lille is, in English terms, Lille is probably what? I don't even think they're the equivalent of Leicester City. What would you say? Maybe.
So he was 3rd. Who else was in front of him? So it was Lille and who else?
Lyon. Lyon were in front.
Lyon.
Top.
Also, Lyon won the title. Wait.
No, Lyon were top when he took over, but Lille won the title.
Lille was 2nd, but Lille were ahead of him.
What I'm saying is that it's a mandatory fact that PSG should be winning the title by March every season by double-digit points. That is a mandatory. That's like in French football. That's like saying that's like in real life saying you need oxygen to breathe. Yeah, PSG should be winning that title, no doubt. Yeah, and Pochettino, all right, he's coming halfway through the season, but I'm sorry, man. If you're not even winning the title, they'll give him next season. But it's a bit of mixture. You're right. It's coming through halfway through the season. Pochettino can take some of the blame, but not winning the title is a big blotch on PSG. PSG owners would expect at least the title this season. No doubt. Yeah,
it's all on the Champions League though. All jokes, all genders. All about it. It's all about the Champions League for them. And like if he finished 4th in League on next season and won the Champions League, that's success. And that's all. Because if he wins League on, I was going to say the French League, and that's where I'm watching him.
He couldn't beat Pep.
That's where I'm watching him. Who's the best? The best manager ever who won last one in Champions League like 7-8 years ago. But let's keep it moving anyway. I'm not hating. That's a fact.
10 years ago.
That's a fact, isn't it?
It's a fact.
I don't have to go.
I think it's 10. I think it's 10 years. 10
years, the whole decade, right?
€1 billion euros to spend. €1 billion euros to spend.
If money bought you the Champions League, PSG would have a Champions League. Let's be honest. So
yeah, but they don't have the GOAT. No, let's not do that. No, because that's out of context and that. They don't have the GOAT in charge and that. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to this and that.
I thought you said the GOAT.
I never called him the GOAT. When did you ever hear me say that? I've never called him the GOAT in that. I don't have your fraud GOAT to
Chino. You called him Go to Chino, didn't you?
I'm gonna take that though. When he wins next season, I'm taking that. The GOAT Chino, I'm running with that. That's fire. That's fire. I can't run with it now, but I'm running with that. Go Chino. See, this is why I do these shows, people, because I get more stuff from my agendas and
Go to Chino. Yeah.
Go Chino. When he wins the quadruple or the quintuple, I don't even know what trophies you can win in France. I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna run with this. I have no idea. When we was on the stream and Saeed mentioned the Coupe de France, I thought he was making it up. I don't know about French football like that. I thought he made it up. Swear to God. He said the Coupe de France.
French
like,
FA. You might as well say French FA Cup,
no,
isn't it?
It's the French FA Cup, but here's the thing, big guy. I didn't know it was real when Saeed said it. I thought he legit made it up in it. I had no idea. And then I was going back and forth.
Agendas, right?
Agendas, and then I was going back and forth with stuff.
Never heard of the Coupe de France.
Never. I don't follow French football. How do I?
He says the Cup of France.
I don't follow French football. The people be atting me about results that happen in France. I can't even name you all the teams in the league. But people be atting me like I know what's going on. I know like Lille, Monaco, Rennes. You know what I'm saying? PSG.
Yeah, this might sound crazy. This might sound crazy, but if Poch does get sacked next season, I can see Mourinho take over.
Nah, I don't see that. He's going to be in the mud after Roma and that.
He's got the Europa Conference to win. First ever time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? He's that shameless that he'll win that and then be like, I'm the first coach to ever win it. Respect.
That is so
Put it
true,
right next to his two. Right next to his 2 Champions League trophies. Yeah.
Respect. You can already see him chatting the most issue with Roma and that and being like, yeah, I don't know what Roma have won. I don't think they've not won the Champions League. I'm not sure if they have a UEFA Cup. But if they have no European pedigree,
I don't think they're
talking the most. Yeah.
They won the title.
They got European.
Nah, I know they won the title. Yeah.
They got European pedigree getting spanked. They get spanked all the time in the later rounds by some team, don't they? They get ripped up. I mean, you guys have ripped them apart. What? 2007 and now this year, wasn't it? Yeah. So,
now, what I was saying, Ayo, not about the league. I'm talking about in Europe, because if he wins that for them in Europe, then it'll be like, yeah, I'm the first manager here to win a European trophy for them. You know what Mourinho's like? He's more shameless than us. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, you already know what he's gonna do. You can already see it. You know what I'm saying? Respect and all that type of stuff. MB says flawless. The perfect season for you would be City lifting the Champions League, right? Yeah, I'm what's it called? I'm back in City in that Champions League final as much as you were back in Spurs against Liverpool. MB. That's what I'll tell you on that. Harris says gang shit, you man.
Final.
Yeah, you know what? You know MB's an Arsenal fan, yeah? Wait, you know MB's an Arsenal fan, yeah? I just have to clear that up. You fully aware that MB's an Arsenal fan? Big up big man in the cut as well. Don't know. NB says Jan looks half drunk already. Yeah, she wasted. Yeah, pissed as a fart. Hella unprofessional. My fault. Who you talking to? Jan deserves an award for putting up with your antics on a daily basis. What kind of shit is this? What is going on?
You're right,
that is incorrect, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? I'm not about
to for her. She has to deal with you.
I'm not about to like to deal with. I don't know what you're talking about, innit? Brighten up your day and like a ring light. You know what I'm saying? Yes, total delight, 100%. You lot get your questions in. Where we at? Charlie here chatting ish. Yeah, man. Gorachino is fine, right? Yeah. I mean, Gorachino is freaking what's it called? That's a fire name. That's a fire name. That is fire in that. My guy win a surfboard. I'm gonna run with that next year, 100%.
Right. I'll take profit when you make t-shirts.
Yeah. Man, that will give you your credit. I give you your full credit. Big up the panel, flawless, aka Runners Up FC. Jan the Queen got the Champions of England in her veins, and big up the guests. Yeah, man, this is a member special, but the show still runs as normal. It still runs as normal. Or you don't get your questions. Yeah, man, he's always taking liberties, man. He calls me Runners Up FC every day of my life. No. Every day I stream, this guy be like, yo, you saying, man, Runners Up FC, blah, blah, blah. As you can see from the title, people, both Liverpool and Chelsea confirmed top 4. So we'll start with you, winner. We'll start with you. Your thoughts on it. Obviously, you lot stumbling over the line and getting top 4, and Liverpool picking you to 3rd as
well. Oh, man. You know, there's no this season with Chelsea, there's been no middle. It's either up or down this season. No middling whatsoever. I don't know what's happened to this team since we beat City. There has been something wrong with this team. I know we beat Leicester last week, but that was out of the ordinary for the past few games. Today's performance, it nearly it nearly rivaled when we lost to Arsenal 3-1 on Boxing Day. The performance, it
was that bad?
It was terrible, man. It was. We weren't even Martinez. I can't remember Martinez pulling off a blinding save or anything today. I can't think of that at all. What he did? I can't think of him pulling off a save whatsoever. And it just, I mean, today felt like, we should be celebrating because from January to now we got into the top 4, which is great. But you know what it feels like? It feels like being being an alternate to something. Do you know what I mean? Like people have already been chosen, but you're the alternate on standby if something happens to one of these guys if they can't make it. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. That one of the teams who was supposed to get Champions League, like Leicester, can't make it, so they've just given us their spot to appear in it next season. That's what it feels like. And I know it's a bit raw and everything, so I'll probably feel differently. But yeah, today's performance. I mean, I'll say it right now. Under Roman, this is the worst attack Chelsea have had. The worst attack. Jorginho's top scorer, bro. 7 goals.
All penalties.
Since 1975.
Yeah, all penalties, yeah.
Since 1975.
All penalties,
lowest top scorer.
Lowest top scorer, yeah.
But you know what's mad? You man finished 4th and could win the Champions League. That's the craziest part about
that. That is ridiculous, right? It's the most that we're going into this Champions League final on not good form whatsoever, yeah?
Yeah.
City they've spanked Everton 5-0 today. Aguero sign off, brilliant. But we're going into this in terrible form. And it was put in the chat earlier. What I feared could happen in this game. And Mendy is a doubt for that final. The goalkeeper. Mendy is a doubt for that final. And if Kepa's in, Pep's a smart coach. I'm telling De Bruyne, I'm telling Foden, I'm telling Gundogan, I'm telling whoever's playing. Long shots. Long shots. Take the long shots. So I've had a week to think about the FA Cup final. And at the start I was like, nah, it's a great goal. But then if you watch Leicester Tuesday, no long shots against Mendy. No long shots against Mendy whatsoever. Yeah. Okay. Kepa did. By the way, Kepa was not at fault for anything today, right? This is just standard. But my confidence of this final a month ago is dwindling every hour, and I think if we play like that against City, we're getting piped. We're getting humiliated.
Well, you don't need to turn up. Yo, Nippon, I just seen you asking in the comments as well. Like, you'll be on next week. I get Ryan to shout you. Obviously, we're getting all the members on, but there's so many of you, we can't have you all on one stream. So we just separate literally. Threes and the fours in it. We got to come on 2 by 2 like it's friggin' Noah's Ark in it, but we're working through it, people. Hey, we'll go to you. Your thoughts on both Chelsea and Liverpool finishing top 4 and Champions League and both European finals as well, actually, after that. Your thoughts
I think after this performance, it was more if it's the story of our season. Same old Chelsea, created chances but we can't finish. Yes, we've been keep moaning here about, we've had several chances, we could have done this, we could have done that. And at the end of the day, it's just one of those things, like it's been a regular occurrence under Thomas Tuchel ever since he joined the club back in January. The mentality-wise, he got to question this team. I mean, I think after the Arsenal defeat, somehow, some way, I think that mentality dropped like big time for some of these players. And the fact that we got a Champions League next week, it kind of feels like if it doesn't matter if we win or lose it. I think if we lose it, we might be more dejected and be more pissed off. And I think if we do win it by next week, I think it's still papering over the cracks because, yes, we finished the top 4. But if you look at the table last season, we finished at the same place last season, 66 points. And the difference is between last season and this season, we only improved like by 1 point, literally. Imagine spending £250 million this season, and still improving by 1 point. That sums it up this season.
Is that not Lampard though? And that's why he was sacked.
Yeah, you have to take that into context.
Is that not hefty on Lampard? That's why Lampard. I think if Tuchel's in charge, you lot finished You finished on higher points, I would say. I don't think you finished 1 point above.
When he took over, we were on 28, 29 points.
28.
So in 9th, 10th place. And, you know, I understand what Fatah's saying. It's disappointment. It's like, I'm glad the final's not in 3 days, because we would get absolutely destroyed in 3 days. 6 days, all right. It was too cool. Probably the first time in his Chelsea tenure, nearly a full week to work on training since he's come in. Same with Pep as well over this last 3 months. But it's a sad day when I see Chelsea fans, and I have to admit, when they're thanking Spurs fans or thanking Spurs team for you know, stopping Leicester getting in. Do you know what I mean? I mean, that says more about Spurs players than anything else. Really turning up on the last day of the season when it means nothing to get into the Conference League. But I'll banter them later about that. But yeah, it's a sad. It's one of those. It's like, it doesn't feel like I said at the start. We got in and we achieved it, but it's like a dirty thing on it. It's like, it doesn't. I don't want to accept it yet. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you know, yeah, thanks. You know, thanks a lot. But, you know.
Yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, for the Champions League final itself, yeah, I'm looking at the positive that we got 6 days to prepare. And whatever happens today, between here and now on, Tuchel want to look back on it by a couple of days in the training session, what he can do in terms of how he's setting up his team, what he can do, you know, to nullify that Man City, you know, amazing midfield, I would say. And I can't lie, I think if we play that like we did today, we're gonna get smashed for sure next week.
No, I hear that. Hey, give us your thoughts on it. So, in terms of, first and foremost, both Chelsea and Liverpool finishing in the top 4, is that what you expected going in into the last round of games?
Immediately Tuchel came in. Let me start with Chelsea. Immediately Tuchel came in, and I think Jan can remember this on some of my podcasts. Immediately Tuchel came in. I did predict Chelsea were going to finish top 4 after watching the first 2-3 games, to be clear. And the reason why I say so is I think Tuchel really figured out quickly that, okay, my attack is not clinical. He saw that straight away. He had to watch Chelsea tapes. I mean, I saw his interviews. He knows that attack is not clinical. So what am I going to do? I'm going to keep it tight, be pragmatic, and I'm going to follow the templates. And when I say templates, of the most successful team in England at the point, which was Man City. Man City became pragmatic this season. They kept it tight, they keep the ball, and they have match control. So he replicated that in the sense that he knows that if we want to do this open, expansive Lampard style, we're going to get killed because we're going to concede more than we score. So I'm going to keep it tight and try to nick a goal because it's going to take us 5 chances to get 1 goal, right? So he did that and he was successful with that. And I think he's done a great job because the reality is, first, I think Chelsea have a good team, they have good depth, and I figured out that they were underperforming and eventually they reverted back to their meaning that they started performing. But the problem with that is also we have to realize that the core of that Chelsea team are very young. So the mentality is not there. Like the true winners in that team, who? Thiago Silva, N'Golo Kante, who else? That's a true winner who has won before. The rest are just up and coming kids. So this was always going to happen, this drop off. Like what they were doing in the Champions League, getting to the final, I think they punched above their weight. Chelsea has punched seriously above their weight. So now that drop off has come because they have to go at like full tilt. Because Tuchel, what he's done is kept it tight and he has used their strength, which is pace, counter press. But now they're tired. This is a COVID season. So I expected this drop off, right? So that's Chelsea for me. So I think he's done a good job. And they were lucky to get in, of course. And they needed Spurs' help. For Liverpool is one that shocked me the most because I didn't expect them to be able to win what they won like 7 games on a bounce. I didn't expect
something ridiculous like that. Yeah, it was something ridiculous.
7 games, I think 7 straight games. But the one thing again I go back to is Klopp realized that he was making mistakes by taking his midfielders into defense. You know, trying to do but when he realized that, you know what, at some point I have to trust this kid. He brought Fabio. Fabio coming back to the midfield is what changed Liverpool's strategy. If he didn't do that, they would not make it top 4. Because Fabio is going to protect the back 4, give them control. Because this season has always been about control. The teams that have done well this season are the same teams that can control, either they control the space or they control the ball by giving up less chances. Manchester United will give up less chances. Man City, like you have to you have to make sure you give up less chances so that you don't concede goals. Those are all teams that have done well this season. Lille, same thing. They are very good defensively. All the defensive teams, whether you are defensive by putting numbers behind the ball or defensive by controlling the ball, have done well. Lille are champions. Atletico are champions. It is not a coincidence. Man City are champions. Yeah, Chelsea are in the final. Man City are in the final of Champions League. Manchester United are in the final. Villarreal are in the final. All defensive. When I mean defensive team, I mean they don't concede a lot of chances typically. So that is why I give both of them a lot of credit. Now regarding Champions League, I mean I said it a long time ago. I think City will win it just because Chelsea are not clinical. And City are not going to give them too many chances. They will give them maybe 1 or 2 chances, but City will take their chances, in my opinion. I'll be shocked if City do not beat Chelsea, especially with N'Golo Kante injured. I don't know how long he's out for. Because without Kante,
I think he'll make the final.
He went to the final.
Okay. He didn't play today,
what it was is he said he felt. It was reported he said he felt like maybe a hamstring, like it didn't pull or anything. It just felt a bit tight. Tuchel, being a good manager, went, no, I'm not risking it. I'm taking him off right away because he knows how important he is. Apparently, it's not that bad. We'll see. But I wouldn't be surprised if he does start. He will, if he's fit, he will start that final. There's one man, if he doesn't play and he comes back from injury right away, Kante starts, and I don't know how he does it, but he just plays like he's never been away. I don't know what.
He's quality baller.
He's built different. He's just built different. And I mean, there's a slight chance, you're going to play him. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, France, but we're going to play him in the Champions League final.
That's the thing. Again, we do miss Kante a lot today. And if you look at the pivots' performance today, both of them are really poor, and both of them could not help the defense out. And were reluctant to put in a shift when the defense so desperately needed today. So we do miss him a lot, and I just hope in the next couple of days Tuchel gonna want to reassess the situation between N'Golo Kante, and maybe I think Edouard Mendy is gonna be assessed as well. How bad is it? Because when I saw that when he conceded that goal, when he fell down, I thought he looked really bad at that point. But we'll just have to see what the scanning results look like. And if it wasn't that bad, I think we could be in for a good game for sure.
No, I hear what you're saying. I hear that. So, what are you saying for the final? Who do you reckon will win? Who you got? One word answer. You picking? You got Chelsea. You got City. I know the Chelsea guys say they're going to sway more to Chelsea. Jan City obviously going to sway more to Manchester City. But what's your thoughts on it? Even though you're not neutral in the mind, but we're the most neutral on this panel, kind of.
Obviously, I would prefer Chelsea, but I have a lot of friends who are Chelsea fans. They're gonna be annoying. I would prefer Chelsea, obviously, but I think City is gonna win, just because I feel they have more clinical players. It's going to boil down to 3-4 chances. City will take theirs. Chelsea might not take theirs. That's why I think City is going to win. That's the simplest way I can think of it.
The only thing I'll say is that I think this Chelsea responds better to being the underdog than the favourite for a game at the moment. Because if you think about it, the Arsenal game, everyone was thinking we were going to spank them. Leicester game, everyone's given us the FA Cup already. And then today's game, like most Chelsea fans thinking we were just going to turn up and get top 4. It's already done. But then again, the games against, I know Real Madrid are on decline, but people are still looking at Real Madrid as a great, you know what I mean, on their name, and Atletico Madrid and everything like that. And the semi-final against City in the FA Cup, that's the mentality. I think that is the mentality at the moment, that these players see themselves more as underdogs than actually do controlling the game, and I think they respond better to that.
Hey, as long as they turn up, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying they better turn up. You know what I'm saying? They're needed in that. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take the worst performance in Champions League history.
Just win. Just win.
Exactly.
That's it. That's all man wants. Just winning it. That's all we need in it. That's all most reasonable people want. That's what I want. Okay, I need Werner to turn into Timo from the Bundesliga on that. You know what I'm saying? You need to chat to your client, big guy, and
don't worry. Your inquiries will be addressed. So.
Yeah, man. They need to be addressed urgently.
Yeah, exactly.
Urgently. They need to be top priority in that.
No,
we need to score like on point. We need to get me firing for that. When is it Saturday?
Saturday next
Saturday. Next Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
8 o'clock kickoff. 8 o'clock kickoff. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Hey, Yancy, you doing the watch along for that? Okay. I already knew the answer in it. That's why I asked. I already know. Zanos getting on to me, says, Flawless, I told you about Everton and you were praising Ancelotti and they finished 10th. Everton's football is poor. Some players are too complacent, been there vibing. It's his third season. Jesus Christ.
They finished 10th.
They finished 10th, yeah, because obviously they got beat by Manchester City and they finished 10th. It's his first season.
Oh, I knew they lost to that. I didn't realize they finished 10th.
It's their first season. Their football's poor because they don't have ballers like that. They got James, they got Dominic Calvert-Lewin, both have been injured. That's that. Minus that, you got Richarlison, you've got Tom Davies, Iwobi. Who else? All these ballers who are just there. That's what it is in that. But yeah, I'm still gonna praise him in that. It's just because he's
injured.
Yeah, he didn't play.
No, I'm saying he's been injured during the season, is what I'm saying. I don't know if he's injured now, but I'm saying during the season. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I swear, is he not like the 4th top goal scorer in the league or something like that? I'm saying
he dropped off a cliff, didn't he, after that early start?
Yeah, and then he got injured as well.
Yeah,
that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm looking at it. But yeah, it's because Zanos is Ollie in it. So that's what people do. They go into. That's what it is. They go into it. That's where the whole Poch thing comes from. That's why I always get like mentioned to be in it, because he was the guy that a lot of United fans wanted. It's kind of like the Ollie in brigade, and people who have that rhetoric as well. But like, well, he's not that good. And like I've said before, all jokes and banter aside, slandering Poch or slandering Ancelotti or whoever doesn't make Ollie any better in it. I've said this for the longest in that. Like, so I don't understand the correlate. I don't understand the thought process. And Poch is not the guy in it. Difference is if Poch is not the guy. I'll say if he turns out not to be good and he gets washed at PSG and he gets sacked, I'll be like, yeah, he failed, and then keep him moving in it. But these men will cling on to Ollie.
I think Ancelotti's fine with his 3 European Cups. So
I think he's fine. Next season's the season for him. Like they have to be pushing for a top 8, top 7 finish.
Yeah.
Someone asked about Lewis as well. I'm not sure if he's jumping up, but I did send him the link. But I don't know if he's still upset about Chelsea's result today and that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he's probably packing. He's going to Portugal, apparently.
Oh, is he going to Portugal? That's why he's not on.
Oh, he got in.
Is it?
Oh, okay.
Did he get in? Yeah, man. Salute to Lewis. You lot make sure you subscribe to Carefree Lewis.
Show. He was on Agenda. Yeah. He was slapping.
Agenda. He went off. Yo, it's unlimited ads, that video. Man tried to, they limited the ads and said this ain't suitable. Man, like, requested to review it. And he said, nah.
Lewis packing for holiday, not only Portugal.
He started off with video started off with
He's packing for holiday. He might visit AC's family and all that.
Yeah, so he's going to Denmark.
Yeah,
where he's going.
Probably
see Christensen's people.
Nah, probably AC's family gonna come to Portugal, isn't it? So he might. Yeah, we'll see. He might visit them, innit? Yeah.
No, I hear that. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm saying, big up to 40 Fantasy and all my West African people. You say that, child, my brother. That's saying big to you, innit? You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to 40 Fantasy on YouTube as well, people. Say like, share, subscribe. Say again?
No, I was correct, Mark. I said thank you.
That was it. Yeah, so why did you watch me stumble across it, pause, and then don't say anything in that? And then wait for me to pronounce it wrong to say some shit.
Because my mic was on mute.
Yeah, but I bet if you wanted to laugh at me or slander at me, you would have unmuted the mic quick time, innit? You know what I'm saying? And welcome in. I got a welcome. I was just mentioning it. I got a welcome. You get me? The AC Penitentiary Controller. You know what I'm saying? The best expo out of West London ever. You know what I'm saying? Ever. You know what I'm saying? FA Cup finalist loser for 2 years in a row. Also, man, like Carefree Lewis. What are you telling me, fam?
Yes, bro. Well, I'm for Contrasero.
He's won 2 trophies while he's out there, fam. I'm happy with that. 2 out of 4 is not bad.
Community Shield and a trophy they won 5 times in 6 years.
Yeah, facts, fam. Yeah, man. 2 trophies out of 4. People were saying,
go over there and make those trophies look easy.
He won those 2 trophies in it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it is. He had the chance to win 4. He got 2. You know what I mean? Man shot 50%. I'll take that still. If Werner shot 50%, you lot would have probably finished second, but here we are. You know what I'm saying?
He shot 30%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If it was 50, 25, extra 20, then
just 10. Just 10. He's on 9. He's on 8.
Yeah. Why are we throwing shots like this?
Just shoot 10, please.
I'm just getting
10,
wondering
just
while I
10%. Just the 10.
Well, we've been getting ripped apart the last 2 weeks anyway. Is what it is.
You lost, like I said, Chelsea lost 3 finals in 3 days. You get what I'm saying? And that the men got beat in the Champions League final. No, in the FA Cup final. The women got beat.
Look at you picking on under 12s. You shameless guy.
Oh yeah, I saw that, man.
They're picking on children, you know, literal children.
Yeah. Hey, 2 responses to that for people who are always trying to get on me about Batman. I got 2 responses for that. One, you get what I'm saying? In Harry Potter, you had children fighting Voldemort. You get what I'm saying? Saving the entire world. And secondly, you know who told me about that under 12s? You know what team they lost to? Manchester City. Guess who on the panel DM'd me in the morning about that?
Ah, so you're both on it.
Yes,
you're both out here bullying children. Is this what it is?
See what I'm saying? People are all well and good for my slander and trolling as long as it's not their team. Arsenal, the league season wasn't even done, and I was getting tagged in Arsenal slander. I wasn't even going to go for Arsenal today. You was going for Arsenal, talking about who lost their tooth. Was it
what
Gabriel?
Do you mean Gabriel celebrating finishing 8th place?
And he lost his tooth. Oh, it's mad. It's mad. But Lewis, what you saying? You blessed, though. How did you lot play today? Are you feeling confident, more confident, less confident going into the Champions League final?
Genuinely played like shit, but I feel like the players were just resting themselves for Saturday. So it's like God knows what happens. But if Mendy's seriously injured, I might as well not even go. Not even going.
Are you going? Are you actually going?
Yeah, I kind of had to still. Can't lie.
Man, of course, man. Champions League final, fam.
Yeah, fucking policing us, but it is what it is. If we win it, it's worth it. If we don't win, I'm not coming back.
At least AC's family are gonna come though.
Yeah, but fucking, I ain't gonna see him with social distancing and that, so I won't even notice. I just want to see him lift the trophy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, serious. That's gonna happen, and then you're gonna run with that the entire summer, innit?
Yeah, man. If I get a photo of AC with the Champions League, it's done. It's all done. Slander's done. Disrespect's done. Even Marcus Alonso with the trophy. Oh my god! That
you know what? If
Mendy lifting it.
If we win it and there's a photo of Kepa one side lifting it, Alonso lifting it the other, I just want a photo so I can frame it.
Just so Kepa don't drop the trophy,
innit? The shittest players to wear a Chelsea shirt lifting the European Cup. It's basically like 2 fans just lifting it because that's how crap they be. I just want it framed. I want it framed.
Yeah, so Mazzy, big up everyone in the chat as well, and that. You know what I'm saying? And that the chat be going crazy. Get the likes up as well. You know what I'm saying? Get the likes up on the video. And see, people were asking for Lewis in the and were asking for you as well, Lewis, in the chat. Continue to get your questions in as well, people. Big up the Naples podcast. As Chelsea blessed. Genuinely think we'll get Sancho this summer. He's a Liverpool fan. You think he's going to Liverpool? Is that what you're telling us? Anyone on the panel?
He's a Liverpool fan. I thought he was mentioning Chelsea.
Hang on, wait.
Nah, wait, there's 2 of them. One of them's a Liverpool fan, I do believe, if I remember correctly. I can't remember who's running the account right now.
Whoever he's going to, he's a fan of them.
Yeah. I'm not talking about Sancho. I'm talking about the Don running the actual Naples podcast account, innit? Not Sancho.
Okay.
Sancho's a Chelsea fan. Yeah. That's what it is.
I can't lie. I think you lot might get it though. Sancho United.
You reckon so? Go on, tell us why.
Because I know you're gonna need like a solid forward at least, like to, alongside who you got as your front 3 though.
Picking it, you know what I'm saying. Greenwood plays out there sometimes. Rashford will play on the right, innit? And then if not one of those,
Greenwood sometimes can be inconsistent. So I would think Sancho is an upgrade for Greenwood. But apart from that, I just think you just need a proper backline and a mindful midfield just to solidify the team, and then maybe challenging a title, because you can't finish season after season double digits behind your biggest rivals just because the way that all the teams behind around us going though. So I expect like maybe us if we get someone on in the summer, but I expect like gonna be like loads of challenges to challenge Man City. But at the moment, Man City is still way up front.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. 100%. Shout out to Lambs as well. She's still emotional. She's a Chelsea fan. That those that don't know.
She's mad.
Yeah, I seen her praising. Look at what she's saying, guys. I love you. I seen her praising Spurs on her Instagram story and that, saying thanks to Spurs.
Yeah,
I won't slander you. You know what I'm saying? And that. Look at you lot. Yeah, be thinking of this. Jeez.
Can't believe
they can big up Spurs if they want. I'm not gonna do it. You lot did your job for once. Maybe if you did the job a few more times, you wouldn't be in the Conference League. Is what it is. All they did was save themselves the embarrassment of a St. Totteringham's Day. Enjoy
your tea time football on Thursdays in Kazakhstan next year. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, enjoy it, bro. Get off at the hotel and the fucking stadium's right next to it.
Yeah, they going to the European. They're in the. Are they in the Conference League?
They're in the conference. Yeah, they finished second. So in the conference. Yeah.
And it's not been drew yet, has it? Like that. Like
no,
you don't know who's in it.
Apparently, it's either qualification or something, or that it starts like in like 4 to 6 weeks, or it starts right after the Euros or something like that. I think these games.
Yeah.
That really is the
week of the season. I think the first there's like one game the second week of the season, then the next week there's another game.
It's mad. It runs the same day as the Europa League. You know, like they do their early games at like 5:55.
I'd be insulted.
I think it might be even earlier than that, like a 5 o'clock kickoff or something UK time. Absolute bonkers, man.
It'll be what? Say that again. 5 o'clock kick. Where is it not the same day as the Europa League?
You know, remember Europa League had like 5:55 kickoffs.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they're replacing them early games.
So they're 5:55 kickoffs just based in whatever country it was at.
Yeah. No. 5:55 UK time. Remember we had games like that.
Yeah.
And I think they might replace them games, and the rest of the Europa League games will be like 8 o'clock or like they were. So I think they replace those early ones.
5 kickoffs as punishment. That's hilarious.
I've been there. I can't even laugh in that. Them 5:55 kickoffs ain't no goddamn joke in that.
Oh, you've been there.
Shows. I've been there, unfortunately. But people will tell you my manager's the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying in that. You know what I mean? But hey, you lot keep it clean in the chat as well. Yeah, love me for doing this and that. Hey, no slander in the chat because you will just hold a block in that. We can all run jokes, but you don't need to chill in that. So love for that, Mimi. Much appreciated. And you lot, hey, mods, pattern that when you see some wild shit in it. Because that's what you lot are there for, innit? Don't be running jokes and that like that. We can all run banter, but relax with that. Because man will just end the stream in it. So like, just relax with all them things there. Big up Dan dropping the super chat. He says, if Kepa plays, we will see Karius in disguise. I'm hoping for a Kepa masterclass.
So am I, you know. So am I.
You're not filling me with no faith here, Lewis. You know, this is your team and your guys. You're supposed to gas this up. So I think Chelsea are going to win this final 4-0 and that.
You know what? Last time Kepa played, Man City didn't even try and shoot. So I don't know. I think they will in the final, though. They will in the final. Man City usually turn up in final.
Kepa masterclass. Against a long range merchant. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
They got Mimi in the chat, by the way.
100% holding it down. Hey, mod, sort that type of stuff out. You know what I'm saying? And that. Broads, big up to Broads as well. You know, make sure you subscribe to Broads and that. Big up to him every time. Catch him on the replay league as well, man. You see him balling out for AFTV and that. You know what I'm saying?
Season.
Where's the Arsenal slander at? Yo, just wait, man. We're only 40 minutes in, man. You just gotta let it cook slowly in this.
It's like a meal, man. It's like a meal.
There's no rush. Warm up. This is me, man. Like we just
say no McDonald's Happy Meal. Say no McDonald's Happy Meal. You know what I mean?
It's like we give you the full course. You get what I'm saying in that? We give you the full course things. You know what I'm saying in that? Much. Like, don't worry about it. We don't get that. Say again.
I said Arsenal is the only team praising Partey for getting a winner's medal from a different team. How terrible.
Here we go. We were slow cooking, but now AO's just sped it up. And all right, let's talk about that then. So these men went from 8th to the lofty heights of 8th. What are we saying in it about Arsenal? Are they now a mid-table club? We need to have this conversation in that. Are they now a mid-table club?
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start.
All right, big guy, you start in it. Everyone will get their turn.
I'm gonna say
there's enough banter to go around in it. This is Arsenal in it. We can eat. This is like Christmas dinner, man. You can be eating till New Year.
I'm just gonna say simple, straight up. Yeah, ever since the ever since Thomas Partey signed for them lot, they man bigging up like Partey's better than Kante. Ever since that Man United take your time with it, them man cooking like backwards, innit? But jeez, that Partey video got them lit, bruv. Honestly, that remix though, I kind of laughed big time. And don't forget, like, I think one of the Arsenal fans called it like, I think someone bookmarked that Chelsea won't make a top 4 in it. I forgot who it was. I think it was DT or someone, but I think it was someone literally, but I'm not sure. But yeah, man, Arsenal fans, you know, I can't lie, they're not even top 6 anymore though.
Oh, we know they're not top 6. We had that discussion on Agenda FC. Like, they're definitely not top 6. Like, there's not even there's not a big 6. It's a big 5 in it. Like, both North London clubs have left it. There's no Arsenal. There's no Spurs in it. It's United, City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Leicester. That's the big 5. You know what I'm saying? This whole big 6, like, Tottenham haven't won anything in the house since 2008, and even what they won in 08 wasn't a big trophy. So it's like we've won nothing of significant in Yonks. Arsenal, they haven't won anything significant in Yonks. Yes, they won a couple of FA Cups, but that's it. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's literally the big 5 and the North London clubs. But on a serious note, Arsenal then next season finish 8th or lower. They are legit. You touched on the winner circle. You said it best there. What Liverpool were like when they were 7th and 8th. Just when they had like Roy Hodgson and like Gerard Houllier and all these type of guys. I mean, not so much Brendan Rodgers. Go on.
I mean, man, I don't know. I've been showing my age, man. They're like, you know, the Arsenal becoming like Scrappy Doo. You know what I mean? Look like they're all like, let me at him. You know, You know, like that little dog who thinks he's all like tries to suss out.
Scrappy Doo, yo, that's so brilliant.
Oh god!
I mean, Scrappy Doo, yo, he had hella heart though. Scrappy Doo was always back. He always backed the beef. You know what I'm saying?
I hate. He
always backed the beef.
I hate Scrappy Doo.
No. How could you hate Scrappy Doo, man?
He was always trying to back it. That's what Arsenal.
He was always trying to back it. You know what I'm saying? And that he always will back it. You know what I'm saying? And that.
I tell you what, though, man. The man. If Arsenal fans, if Arsenal fans could turn their talk into electricity, man, they'd never have to pay another bill in their life. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the amount of gas the gall they've got to banter other teams in 8th place.
Hey, you lot, yo, pattern this in the chat, innit? Don't be chatting shit in that. You know what I'm saying? In that, relax.
What's going on,
keep
man?
it down in it. You know what I'm saying? People
What's going on? This is a nice channel, man. No need for that shit.
You lot talking issue or comments in that. Go on, carry on, my guy.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, Arsenal. I think the problem is that Arsenal as a club separate the fans, see themselves as one thing, and the fans still see them as something else. And for Arsenal to try and come back again, I think the fans have to set themselves realistic targets. So if I was an Arsenal fan, mine would be just get back in the top 6. That's all.
Oh yeah, of course they just need to get back in the top 6.
But then flawless. This week made me laugh, man. What's his name? Buendia from Norwich. They linked to, and I'm hearing they're going to pay something like 40 million for it. And I'm like, for Norwich.
Excuse me, wait, what? Say that again. Run that back from the top. That's how you say that. Run that back from the top.
I can't remember his first name. His name's Buendia from Norwich. They were linked to him for 35 to 40 million. And I'm like, why are you spending probably half your transfer budget on a Norwich player? Yeah?
Yeah, that's wild. I mean?
Why are you doing that? Why aren't your scouts?
They're actually doing it for Buendia.
I don't know if they're doing it. They were linked. It was just linked, so it's paper talk. So you never. Buendia's been linked before. Why aren't your scouts? Better? Why aren't they searching for gems? You know, that only cost like 7 million or something like that. Build them up and build a team. But Arsenal. I'm pretty. This is probably the greatest insult. Arsenal are getting close to Spurs fans. For the entitlement now, do you know what I mean? Like they should always be. Like last summer, they said they're one of the greatest transfer windows when they signed William. Before even they signed Partey, man. And then when Partey came, the gas for Partey. I mean, Arsenal fans will they'll do this. Partey's going to get a winner's medal. Arsenal fans will then say we've got a winner in our team because Partey won the league. That's what they'll say. That's what they'll say. But he played like 3 games. It's Arsenal, isn't it? I mean, it's Arsenal, isn't it? I mean, it's just Arsenal, isn't it? I mean, it's just Arsenal. It's funny because they ruined my childhood. So you know,
man called him scrappy, dude. Now, in their defense, the people that don't know, the reason why like Arsenal I go so ham is because like when I was a kid, Arsenal were like the biggest rival. We were fighting for titles with them. In all my school years, it was Arsenal. My early college years, it was Arsenal. So it's like my entire life. Get me? It was Arsenal. So to see them
surrounded by those shadow dwellers,
in such like spectacular fashion.
2005, isn't it?
Yeah. They ruined my childhood.
Yeah. That's when you got your degree 04, innit? You know what I'm saying? That was like your graduation and that, innit, dickhead? Yeah. It was. And Arsenal, like that was just the clash. It was always Juve support. It's either United, Arsenal, and then later years it was Arsenal and Chelsea. Especially with Arsenal and Chelsea having as many African players as he did. The majority of the Africans when I was in college, I was in school, it was one of their 2 teams, and a lot of the time it was Arsenal. So that's where my hatred burns deep for the minute. You know what I'm saying? And that. So to see them fall off in such spectacular fashion and be in the mud with no wellies on is fantastic, isn't it? And I'm absolutely love it. And it's great, like the joy of seeing these man. As bad as we are, they're worse. Like that's I always think to myself. Even if United lose on Wednesday in the Europa League final, I'm like, we could be Arsenal in it. Like there's always that low you can go down to in it. You know what I'm saying? And like they're below level 0 in it. They're like the minuses. That's why AO's busting up because he understands what I'm talking about. You feel me? But yeah, AO just seeing there, you know. So let them know where they can find you. I'm blessed for jumping on and I appreciate it. But let them know where they can find you and what you got going on.
You can find me on all social media platforms, Footy Fantasy, FTTIE Fantasy, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Big up to everybody. Take care, guys. I have to jump on.
Yo, big up, man. We'll get you back on. Obviously, see you next month, yeah? My guy. Every time. You already know.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you subscribe to Footy Fantasy, innit? Make sure you hit him up on that. Here's a question for you, Young City. So read that out and then answer it, innit? Because this is going to be an ongoing topic because he could be coming to your club. You see that shirt you're wearing? You could be wearing that next season.
Well, he won't be wearing this.
Yo, man, that's your guy, innit?
It's probably going to take number 10, right?
Yeah, your guy, innit?
Going to be there?
That is your guy.
Yeah, you probably will. Oh, Lord,
you're going to see him at the stadium when you're sat in the seat. You get me? You're going to be waving at you and that. You're going to be waving at him in a minute. But carry on. Go on. Read the question out and then respond back. You don't like Harry Kane.
Best scorer and creator improves you tenfold. When you flop UCL, you will need him. Right, okay. For starters, I agree. He is one of the best scorers and creators. No one is denying that. I have never at any point said Harry Kane is shit or Harry Kane is not a good footballer or Harry Kane is not one of the best in the league. I've never said that. My beef with Kane was simply that I don't think, like Harry Kane is going to score shitloads of goals for Man City. We know that. He will be the top scorer in the Prem. De Bruyne will put it on a plate for him. He'll get pure goals. We know that. The issue I have with Kane is when it really comes down to it, and it's the moments in the big, big, big game where you just need that one goal. So far, he hasn't done that in his career. Maybe he does it when he comes to Man City. But people are talking about when you flop the Champions League. What has he done in the final? What has he done in the final? You get back to me and tell me what he's done in the final and why you think that Man City, who at the moment have a team full of players that have won multiple finals, right? Apart from Ruben Diaz, who's just come and he's only won one final, right? Tell me anyone else in the Man City squad that has got to a final, had one chance to win a trophy and hasn't done it. Because the thing is, like, even against like Zagreb this season, they were 3-0 up, right? He only needed to score one goal in 90 minutes plus extra time, you know, and you've got a Sergio Aguero who came on today and needed to score 2 goals in 20 minutes. And he scored 2 goals in 20 minutes. So I'm not saying Harry Kane will be shit for us. Who knows? But I don't know if he is that guy. Like, maybe he comes in and wins it for us. But I think Man City are more likely to win it this season without him than next season with him. That's all I'm saying. We'll see.
Jan, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think if you win the Champions League, do you think you still go for Harry Kane?
Yeah, you know what? I do. I think I don't know if Man City will buy Harry Kane because Man City don't really like spending.
Well, you've got to change your whole financial structure, right?
Yeah.
180, right? Yeah.
I gotta jump off. You guys take care.
All right, in a bit, man.
Flawless, you're on mute still, but bless, bro.
Lewis, bless up. Yeah, catch up with you soon, my guy. Yeah.
All right, take care, you guys. Love. Up the chat.
Yeah. So, like, it's one of them. I agree with Brods. He's not currently clutch. Could he become that player to have an Aguero moment in the Champions League final or something? Maybe. Who knows? But right now, it's not a guarantee. So it's a risk. Like any player that you buy, it's always a risk. I don't know. Like, are Man City going to win the league with Harry Kane? Yes. Are we going to win the Carabao Cup? Probably. Are we going to win the FA Cup? Maybe. Do you know what I mean? These are the sort of things that we're already winning. The Champions League is what we need to win in it, essentially. So I don't know. I don't know if Man City go and spend so much money on one player. Like we saw it with Van Dijk. We were heavily linked with Van Dijk. And it went over sort of 70 mil and Man City said, no, we're not paying that. So I don't know if they're going to spend. They might pay 100 mil. I don't think they're going to go over 100 mil. I don't think Levy sells for 100 mil. I think he's going to push it higher and higher. And I don't think Man City will buy him. We'll probably buy someone like an Andre Silva, a bit cheaper, still very clinical, Portuguese. I could see Man City buying someone like that. I don't know.
You know what's mad about the Kane to City thing? I think Kane, that's a better deal for Kane than it is Manchester City.
Oh yeah.
As much as I want to say,
yeah.
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't say all that. I wouldn't say you're doing him a favor. Like, that's a bit much. I wouldn't say all that. What I'm saying is that he gets the better half of that deal. That's what I would say. He definitely. It doesn't mean City get nothing because he will help them score so many goals.
The problem is with Harry Kane, he's an injury prone. He is an injury.
That's the problem.
But
go on.
Whatever club he goes to, if he goes to United, City or Chelsea, he won't play every game like he does with Spurs. He won't play an entire League Cup run. Yeah, he won't go away to Marine in the third round of FA Cup and come on second half. He won't go to a dead ass Europa League group game in the that doesn't mean anything, and he comes on. I think this injury thing is slightly overblown, sort of thing. Because remember, he's still averaging like somewhere 29, 30 league appearances and getting over 20 goals per season, league goals. So, I hear that. And I know everyone, he's a great creator. If he goes to City, he doesn't need to create. He's got all those around him. And you know what? What's the league record? Is it held by Salah? Is it something like 37 league goals or something? It's like 30-something league goals, right?
But what? You're talking about in general?
In the league, in a single season.
He'll beat that. He will beat that.
He will smash that. Do you know what? If he goes to City, I'm talking FIFA stats.
Yeah, you know what the problem is, though?
When you score 50 goals with your striker, I think he could score 50 league goals if he goes to City. I really do. He would really. What he does is, Arsenal's undefeated season would be under threat if Harry Kane goes to Man City. I honestly think that. And I think they could do a PSG and wrap it up in like March or something. It could be that serious. Do you know what I mean? And then they concentrate on either getting Champions League for the first time or repeating the Champions League win. That's what I think they could do if they get Harry Kane next season. But like Jan said, they're going to have to do a complete 180 on their financial, what they do financially, and also the players they target, because they don't really target players going on to 28. It's usually around 24, 25-year-olds like that. And also, you think about the transfer fee, that would have to be nearly over double their record transfer fee, nearly. And then also what the wages, because he's on about 250 now. So you're probably looking something like 350 in wages, maybe 400 in wages. And I just don't know if City will do that, because that would be a complete turnaround for what they usually do. But then again, Harry Kane is a player that doesn't come on the market a lot. Do you know what I mean? And they might just go, screw it, we'll just do it this one time.
I think, like, isn't it? The problem is that they're looking to get, we've spoken this before, and every time that Harry came to City are trying to get over that hump in the Champions League, not the Premier League. Whereas Chelsea are trying to get back to the top of the Premier League. And we know Kane's clutching the Premier League. You just mentioned his numbers there. Like, even with him being injury prone, he'll get goals and assists. Does he drastically improve Chelsea's chance of winning the Premier League? Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But he doesn't. The problem is he doesn't drastically improve Manchester City's chance of winning the Champions League. To me, I could be wrong. He might get in and around that quality and turn into clutch. He might. Yeah. It's definitely a possibility. Do I believe it is? No, but I could be wrong. Because even when I look at Aguero, who I think is a better striker than Harry Kane, he wasn't clutch for them in the Champions League, and that's not a shot at Aguero. It's very tough to be clutch in that competition because there's not many players that you can say have been successful like that to the point where they're clutching that competition. It's high stakes. It's one shot or two less. Yeah, go on.
Aguero has been very good for us in the Champions League. The only thing is, sort of, I don't know, like Leon, Monaco, these sorts of games and stuff like that. Like I don't know. It's not really. It's not one of them games that I would. You know how you watch Chelsea sometimes and you're like, if Werner scores there, they win that game. I don't think it's really been like that for Aguero. There's not been moments where I thought, if Aguero scores that, we go through in the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? It's not really, the good chances have not really fallen to him. I think last season he didn't play. He must have been injured because I remember it was Sterling, De Bruyne played. I think Gabby played. So I don't think he was fit. So there's been a few that because he normally gets injured at that point in the season. That's kind of when we tend to leave, the Champions League at whatever point. But I don't know. Like with Kane, he could come in and prove me wrong and win us the Champions League. He could do that because he is clinical, and I think Man City. Oh my God, De Bruyne! Like how he doesn't have triple the assists that he's got, I don't know. Because he literally puts it on a plate for these players and they miss. So Harry Kane, like he says, De Bruyne would be a striker's dream. So I don't know if he'd score 50 or anything wild like that, but he definitely would get.
Yeah, I just picked. I know I've seen the chat. I know. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna. I'm just saying he's got a chance to smash the individual league record. I think he's held by Salah. It's 30 something. And also, if he goes to City, he's probably breaking Alan Shearer's record within two or three seasons, like the all-time Premier League. He's breaking that with ease. Yeah,
without question, they'll definitely what's it called? Yeah, like I said, wherever he goes, I think if he goes to Chelsea, he does bits. I don't doubt him. Even Manchester United, he scores goals. Yeah, it's just for me, City. They'll be cheap. There's younger and I think better fit options for them.
Like I've said,
you know what?
They have to turn the whole thing around. They'd have to do something they haven't done for the last 5 since Pep's been there, and that structure's in place. They'd have to target a 28-year-old, which they don't do. They target 23 to 26-year-olds normally, and they'd have to break their transfer record by over half, and then add the wages on top, which he's on 200 something now. He'll probably want 300 to 400 grand. To do that, and City people, look, I can only go by what City does. If that is City how they're practicing, they're not going to do it. However, like I said, Harry Kane is a player that doesn't come on the market that often. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I today that finish today is gold against Leicester. That finish today. I've
not seen it, but I know his quality.
You can't teach that. You can't teach that. That's just instinct. Yeah. And I'm like, if I'm Chelsea, I don't care what the money is. I don't care how much he wants. I literally, if I was negotiating, this is a negotiating tactic with Levy. I know you hate us, but how much do you want? Straight up cash. None of this offering Tammy Abraham Kepa bollocks that I read in the press the other day. It's like,
tell us how you really feel, fam.
Someone offering
tell us how you really feel.
I'd slap them in the face. But and then go to Harry Kane. Okay, so we've got this agreed. How much do you want? Okay, that's fine. Done. Deal done. Because remember, in the week he said he wanted. Apparently, it hasn't come from him. Apparently, he wants it done before the Euros. That's not happening. The deal is not happening before the Euros. That's ridiculous. for him to put that on.
I've said this. I think that what's it called? I think he goes to you lot though. I think he goes Chelsea because it fits. He wants to win now. You lot want to win now. It fits. I know Chelsea and Spurs don't do business and all that type of thing, but he wants to
money talks, man.
Stay in London. Yes, like if you, I think will Chelsea have to pay more to get him? I could see that happening. Yes, fine. I can see Levy prolonging the deal and making the deal go 2-3 weeks longer than it needs to be, and just being awkward, even if it happens on the last day.
You know what I think happens? I think because Harry Kane has basically said that he wants to go to Man City without saying it. Yeah. I think what happens is, if both of you are right, I think Man City obviously would take him. We're not going to turn down Harry Kane.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think what happens is Levy, Man City will offer an amount. Say it's 100 mil. Man City will offer that. Levy will reject it. And then I think what will happen is Chelsea will come in with a better offer and Levy will sell to them. Because for him, it's more about the money. I don't think Man City go over a certain amount. So they will have in their head a figure. And if it goes over that, they won't be interested. Because we've seen it with Van Dijk. We needed Van Dijk.
Yeah.
So he was, you could see how good he was going to be because he was already a decent player. And I remember there was a time when I think it was Christmas time and they had pictures of him in a Man City shirt because the Southampton players bought him a Man City shirt for Secret Santa as a joke. Yeah. As if to say, because he was linked to Man City that heavily that they were like, oh, here you go. He's got a picture in it. And then Man City would not go above that fee. So I know people said we spend a lot of money. Yes, we do spend a lot of money. We've spent a lot of money to build a big squad. We don't spend a lot of money individually on players. But I agree, Harry Kane, because he's English, we know he's going to cost more. We know that. He's a striker. He's clinical. He's prem-proven. He's at his peak of his career, you could argue. So he is going to cost more. We paid 50 million for Walker. He's always going to be way more than that. So maybe Man City pay it, but I don't know.
Chelsea.
But the people who comment saying we'll never go over a certain amount. The fact is,
I don't know that.
Have not bought lots of players because of the price. So you can argue that Man City will go over. They will go over when they need to. But what I'm saying is 9 times out of 10, Man City have not gone for the player because they've refused to pay it. So they might change their mind this season and they might just pay what Spurs want. But that would be a first. So.
Yeah, and also Chelsea might back in my mind, Chelsea are maybe using their interest in Kane to get the Lukaku deal done. Because
we need to touch on that. Sorry to cut you off. I don't get that. I must be the only man. I don't get that at all. But sorry, that's why I cut you off. The Lukaku thing. I don't get why you lot want Lukaku. Don't understand it. Unless you're going to play the same formation and want him in the 2. I've seen him at United in that.
The problem is with Lukaku.
He's not the guy to take you over the top. As a United fan, I hope you lot sign him.
The thing is, I think. Have you been watching him in Italy?
No, I haven't been watching him in Italy.
Okay, that's the thing. Okay, that's the thing then, because I think
has he improved that much?
He has improved. Okay, he has improved. Listen, Flawless. I just want someone to put the ball in the net. You know what I mean? If it gets that desperate, sign me up, Danny Ings, on a free transfer or something. You know what I mean? Just someone to put the ball in the net, man. Because just because we create loads of chances and we're the 13th in the league in conversion rate. 13th, yeah? That's the bottom half, yeah? That's bottom half. Lukaku, Lukaku's unfinished business with us. We didn't really give him a chance. I think Premier League fans it's unfortunate because they can't really get to watch Italian football unless you pay for whatever these extra channels. I think they're more biased because of what he done in his last season with United when he didn't. But he has improved. I mean, everyone goes about Lautaro Martinez. They forget that Lukaku is setting up most of his goals.
True.
Do you know what I mean? He's very underrated when it comes to even assists. He's banging in the goals. He's led Inter Milan to the Serie A title. Everyone goes, "Oh, well, what about his Champions League record?" I think he scored 4 and 5. But then I will say this to anyone bragging: I've got Antonio Conte tax. He's crap in Europe. Antonio Conte, absolutely rubbish. But I think he's a different player. I mean, Flawless. He's changed his entire lifestyle. Yeah.
Okay.
He was with you lot. He was overweight. He admitted himself.
Yeah, he was.
He is leaner. He's meaner. His first touch has improved. It might not be the best, but I will say this to Chelsea fans. One of our greatest ever players, Didier Drogba's first touch was not always the best up to the end as well. And I just want someone to score the goals. We create a lot of chances. And I just need someone in there. This team is built for a big guy up front, not a little guy. It's built for a big guy up front. And I just think he's six. And also, as much as everyone goes, these super clubs are super rich. Everyone's tight with their money. I mean, Lukaku, you think about it, we're linked to Lukaku and Sancho. If we get them two players, it's less than Harry Kane at 150. Because you're talking about 80 million euros for Lukaku, which is about 65 million pounds, and then 80 million pounds for Sancho. It makes more financial sense than that. But if Harry Kane gives Chelsea the slightest inkling that he wants to come to us, I get Harry Kane still. I still get Harry Kane, but we're not going to get Haaland. We're not going to get Haaland. Haaland's not happening for anyone. I don't think not until next year. And we need someone now. I can't wait a year to try and get Haaland. I need something now. Do you know what I mean? Or else, if we don't get a striker, then we are battling for fourth.
Yeah, you are the team that need now, and that's why I think Harry Kane, he's the now. Like you said that in the post that came out. Go on, Jan. Go on.
No, I was going to say, I do think Man City, you know how touched on earlier about they don't normally go for older players, which is what I agree with. However, we do have Delap, who's come from our youth team, and I don't know. With Man City, they always have a plan. You know, Man City have a plan. I don't know whether they're getting Kane in, hoping that, by the time Kane's ready to leave, Delap's going to be, 20, 23, 24? I don't know how old he is now. He's 18, isn't it? So, depending on how long Kane stays, it could be that they're planning for that. Because I know with Ake, a lot of people said, why did Man City buy Ake? I personally think we bought Ake because we were going for Koulibaly. Because the transfers didn't make sense. You don't buy Ake and then go buy a younger, sort of better defender after. It doesn't really make sense. I think they were going for Koulibaly and they bought Ake as the younger option, and it ended up being that the next striker, who's the better signing, is actually younger than Ake. So I think with Man City, they do always have a plan. I could see us buying Kane. I can see Kane coming to Man City. But, I hope he proves me wrong.
Big smile on your face. You know what I'm saying? You can't wait. Yanni Kane on the back of the shirt and that. You know what I'm saying? Never. You can't wait. Yanni Kane. I'm going to buy you a Yanni Kane City shirt.
On the back, you see?
I can't lie.
Nah, he's left in it. Wait, is he leaving? Or is he staying?
No, he's staying another year, innit?
All right, cool. Well, I'll get Yanni. When Kane signs, I'll buy you a Yanni Kane shirt in it. Number 1 and have Yanni Kane on the back.
I'll wear a hoodie to games. It's cool.
Say that again?
Buy me one. I'll just wear a hoodie to games, innit?
Hey, don't ever disrespect me or my goodness. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't lie. Yeah. I would say about the political issue between Chelsea and Tottenham.
Yeah, go on.
We've already discussed that. The Luka Modric saga back in 9 years ago when we bid about 100 million pounds on that, and then Levy decided to sell it to Real Madrid for less than 100. That's the thing. My concern about Harry Kane. Do I want Harry Kane personally? Yeah, because the record speaks for itself. But I do think we need a creator like Lukaku that could help Chelsea team to elevate to maybe a title challenger next season, but also a proper DM, like a big bastard DM, because I think only Kante next season is not good enough. I think Jorginho has been massively average this season. Kovacic hasn't been up to his standard because of the injuries and all that. And sadly to say, if we're gonna throw another 100 million pounds to strengthen the team that we need to strengthen in,
that's big, man.
Again, the expectation has to win the title, and don't forget how many players we're gonna leave this summer. Likes of Emerson gonna leave, Tomori, Bakayoko, Tammy Abraham gonna leave, Giroud's gonna leave. Loftus-Cheek gonna leave.
I think we're the only club who can spend £259 million one summer and still need That's
the problem. That's the thing. That's how bad. That's how bad we are right now. So sad.
I do think the signings that you signed this season, I do think they'll get better next season. You know, like Havertz, I think will be better.
I just need Werner to go from 9% or 8% to 15%. That'd be better for me. That'd be better for me.
It all depends with Chelsea what system Tuchel goes with. Decides to go. Does he? If he sticks with the 3-5-2, Lukaku up front in the 2 is calm. Lukaku up front in the 1 is not the guy for me unless he's improved that much. What I'm saying is, yes, Chelsea, you do need goals in that, but to me, the error of a number 9 just scoring goals is dead. Because he gives you nothing else. People can say assist this, assist that. Wan-Bissaka's got 6 assists. So them stats can be misleading.
I just think like if Harry Kane goes to City, I'm not bothered about Lukaku's assists. I just need him to finish. That's all I want him to do. Do you know what I mean? Because we got enough players on there to assist. Like I said, we're one of the top teams in the league for creating chances. We're 13th for conversion. Do you know what I mean? Imagine, and I'm not listening. This is not bagging on Werner. If Werner had just converted half more of what he could have done, we're comfortable in the top. We're comfortable in the top 4, top 3, whatever. Right? It's just all us. You know what? All of our forward players, even Kai Havertz, who's the new golden boy, if he had converted a few, you know what I mean? We're just not clinical, and that's always been the problem at this club. We buy forward players and they're not clinical enough. And Nelka, Drogba, Costa, in the last 17 years are the only ones that have been clinical. They're strikers. Nothing.
That's crazy, you know.
It is 3 strikers. 3 strikers in 17 years have only been clinical.
Conversion rate ranked 13. That's crazy.
13th conversion rate we are.
That's crazy.
Diabolical.
No, I hear that. That is diabolical, therefore. And this corner blogger here, he did say, imagine after all this if Kane doesn't go anywhere. That'd be mad. The longest going to... If it's Sancho all over again, I know what that's like. I know what that's like.
You want it?
Europa Conference League.
He signed a 4-year contract.
Yeah.
So technically, Spurs could say he's got, 400 mil. Spurs could do that. And no one's going to buy him for 400 mil.
3 years left.
So he's put himself in that position, unfortunately, for him, because if Man City say we're not buying him, Chelsea say we're buying Lukaku, Man United say, we've bought Sancho, now we don't need him. Something like that, then he might be.
Cavani. Why aren't these agents advising these players better by putting clauses in these contracts? Yeah. Why aren't they going?
You know what? He was there when he signed the deal, though. It was with Poch in it, and he thought he was going to win something. He was sold on it. He thought he was going to win something.
If I was his agent, I'd say, okay, Pochettino's here, and this is going to you're at Spurs. Yeah, you're at Spurs. You're not at Liverpool. You're not at City. You're not at Chelsea United. They may go a year or 2 without winning anything. You're at Spurs. They haven't won anything in over 10 years. Let me put these clauses in your contract. Let me put these clauses in your contract because you're signing an extension. So in fact, it's now a 6-year contract.
Yeah, man, is saying it. Yo, you got sold. It was all a dream. You got sold the dream, fam. That's what happened.
He thought he was going to win the trophy with Tottenham.
He got sold it though. We've all been sold dreams before.
That's on him. That's on him.
Even if I was dreaming about, if I was Harry Kane and dreaming about winning something with Spurs, I would still know that was fake when I was dreaming it. Do you know what I mean? I would still know that was fake.
You are heartless in that. Man got sold the dream. It happens, man.
What it is.
You got duped.
Like I said, right, any player that you buy is a risk, right? Any club that you go to. Or potentially, you could join a club and they could go 40 years without a trophy. You don't know when you join this team what's going to happen in the future. But with Spurs, there was nothing that told me that they were going to win a trophy. So it's not like, okay, they got to a Champions League final. I get that. But it's not one of them where they got to a Champions League final and they, I don't know. Like, even the final, it was kind of like Liverpool. You already knew Liverpool were going to win it before it even kicked off. Like there was no point in the game happening.
If we're moving on to Spurs, I told you last time I was on, but since then, when a Spurs fan posted on Twitter, I can't remember his now. They were boasting they had one of the greatest ever semi-final moments in Champions League history. That just you know what? I don't even think about Chelsea's semi-final moments because I want to go on to a final. Do you know what I mean? That's the mindset we're dealing with here. And if Harry Kane sold a dream, Harry Kane wasn't sold a dream. He was sold wallet dreams. You know what I mean? He was sold wage dreams. That's what he was sold. Do you know what I mean? I mean, Harry Kane, then that's more for Harry Kane. Harry Kane and his advisor are more for them if they thought that Spurs were on the up. Do you know what I mean? Because there's no proof. There's one Champions League final. That's what they based. That's what he signed on. A one Champions League final and a new stadium. Like that was going to bring in all the players. Ridiculous.
It's not even like, you know how you get teams where they win a cup or they get to a few cup finals and you can see that it's going to come eventually. Like there wasn't even that. Like, and the thing is, I think Leicester is one of the reasons why he's handed in his request or whatever he's done, because he must look at Leicester and think this team, you know, when they came into the league, no one was putting them above Spurs, even finishing position, for being honest. They've come in, they've won the league, they've sold most of their good players, if we're being honest. They've sold Mari, they've sold Kante. You know, Jamie Vardy's the only one that's really, really stayed. That's very good, you know, a player. And they've still managed to rebuild and come back and win a trophy before Spurs. So, I don't know. And
I'm
it's not
telling
like
you that.
money, not like they don't have good players. People keep saying, oh, Spurs have shit players. If you look at their squad, I'd take Son. And this is a Man City fan. I would take Son because Son's very good Man City. Harry Kane, the best striker in the league. That's a fact right now. Even though I'm Aguero, but right now, based on Aguero's fitness and stuff, he is the best striker. And then you've got Ndombele. He's not terrible. Højbjerg is terrible. Lloris is a decent keeper. So it's not like they have a shit team from front to back. They don't. So they should be doing better. If Leicester can win an FA Cup, then why can't Spurs? They got the Carabao Cup final, and I don't know, like it was 0-0 in the 80th minute. I thought it was going to be a smash and grab. I thought, you know, if they score, they'll probably win. And to be honest, if they had scored, they probably would have won. But didn't close. So
I just think Harry Kane saw that Jamie Vardy lift that FA Cup, and I think he went. He's already got a Premier League. Now he's got an FA Cup. I need to. I'm turning 28 this summer. I need to win something because as much as it'd be great to smash Alan Shearer's record and I get all these golden boots. What does it mean essentially? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when you see the amount of things that players have won being part of squads, but not being like main players, like just being bit part and everything like that. And you go, I can't. I mean, Victor Moses has won more than Harry Kane.
That's crazy.
Alonso has won more than Harry Kane.
Do you know that Benjamin Mendy has got a goal, got a trophy every 12 games on average? And that I don't think that's just at Man City. That's since his career started. Like I think from Monaco, a trophy every 12 games. That's how mad it is. But you know what it is with Spurs as well, and the way they'll see it. I don't know, like Harry Kane obviously wants to join Man City now. The reason why he wants to join Man City is because you pretty much are guaranteed a trophy. Even in Man City's worst seasons, we tend to pick up the Carabao Cup or a Community Shield or at least something. So he knows he's going to win something. But I don't know, like I just think I don't feel sorry for him because I just think he shouldn't have signed that deal. Like you say, he should have said, you know, I'll renew it season by season.
Yeah.
And don't win something, I'm leaving. And that's what he should have said. And, you know, he doesn't help himself because maybe they could have won the Europa League, but he couldn't score Zagreb, you know, and he had his chances. He didn't put it away, you know. So I don't know. Maybe they could have won something like that, but I don't know. Like, I've seen Vardy, like, okay, fair enough. Vardy wasn't the one that scored against Chelsea, but in that game, like Tillemans, for example, he's gone and won that game for Leicester against Chelsea. Harry Kane played against Man City. Like I say, it's not like Man City scored early and they were on the back foot the whole game. It was 0-0 at 80 minutes or whatever it was. He had his chances to go out there and win himself a trophy, because I can guarantee if he went all guns blazing against us, Man City probably wouldn't have bent over backwards to try and win that trophy. Like, yes, they want to win it, but the players have got, 4? So, 3 in a row? So I don't think Man City players would have bent over backwards. If he was on fire that day and scored 2 goals, they would have won. That's the reality of it. And I don't know. I don't feel sorry for him. Like, I think he shouldn't have signed that.
You can't feel sorry for someone who... I'm sorry. You can't feel sorry for someone who earns the amount he does, stuff like that. Do you know, I just can't. It's like when... You know what I hate is when they... Like Chelsea happens when they go like free Cho, like free Callum Hudson-Odoi, and I go, okay, that's fine. You can free him. I'm willing to sacrifice myself and take on his 100 a week, 120 grand a week contract. I'm very happy to do that. Do you know what I mean? It's like there'll be some people that go, free Harry Kane from what? Do you know what I mean? It's like he's earning hundreds of...
a bit peak. But yo, Winter Surfer, let me just stop you right there, because there's some shit going on in the chat that was going on, and I wanted to do this at the end and that, but man has to do this in the middle. Yes, we all run jokes. We all run banter in it. And this isn't for just mods in the chat. This is for other people in the chat. Yes, we run jokes. Me and Young City are close in it. Like, that's my sister. That's my people's right now. Because I'm really irritated by this in it. Because I'm seeing when new people come over here and be saying sexual shit, you lot should not be letting that run. Yo, big guy, Winter Surfer, I apologize. I wanted to do this at the end, but more shit carried on in it. So I just had to like address what was going on in it. Yes, I got love for you lot, all the mods, everyone in that. This isn't aimed at all the mods in particular in that. When shit gets said over here on the channel, if it's sexual shit, you man should be stopping that straight away.
Yeah.
I'm interacting, and in the comments, I'm running jokes and that. You lot should be stopping that. And that's not just, I'm not just talking about Young City with that as well. I'm talking Mimi in the chat, other girls that have been in the chat in it. Because let Young City be your sister or someone you're close to like she is to me. Or I'm close to Mimi and people are running jokes and saying that. Run jokes with them, cool. You lot see me and Young City running jokes all the time and that. Man never gets sexual with them. So you lot shouldn't be saying that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be running them type of jokes. And if I did run that joke with her, that's between me and her and that. But don't run that. Run banner all you want in football. I always say keep this shit clean. You know what I'm saying? And that. Me and the big guy, me and Winter Surfer, we run bants with each other. Chelsea and United. Don't ever take it personal. So just because Yancy is a female or Mimi is a female or whatever, don't be doing that in it. That can't run. Mimi's someone I'm very close to as well. So don't be running that. And I'm saying jokes in between yourselves as well in it. Just keep it non-sexual and that. Keep it respectful. That's what I'm saying in that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you man are wrong, because it's all about being educated on these things. And my eyes have been open to it. And I wanted to do this shit at the end, because now it's going to be hard for the show to get back to where it was. So I was going to leave this to the end, but this shit carried on. So now I'm irritated by it. And I'm annoyed by this now. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to continue the show at this point. But it is what it is. We're going to move. You lot keep this shit clean in the comments. And that's not just the mods I'm talking about. I'm talking everyone, especially if you see something new over here. What I always say on here, keep it non-personal. If you missed it, disgruntled blogger, that's calm in it. I'm not directing it at you in it. Like I'm saying, people who know what it is in it. What I'm saying is no personal shit should be allowed at anyone, first and foremost. Secondly, sexual shit at females shouldn't run. And I'm saying whether that's Yan City who's on here, whether it's Linda who's on here, any female you see on here, or any female you see in the comments as well. You know what I'm saying? Going back and forth. All the females you see on here and me interacting with in the comments, I'm close to. And you don't see me saying sexual shit. And if you do, that's between me and them and that. That can't run. Don't run that in between each other as well, is what I'm saying in it. So don't be implying on it. Keep it non-sexual. That's what I'm telling you in it. Zero tolerance for that in it. Keep this shit non-sexual and that. Now, bros, this isn't at you. I already know in it. Keep it non-sexual is what I'm saying. Run jokes all you want. Don't keep it football banter in it. Just because you're going back and forth with a female doesn't mean you turn it sexual. Me and Yan City have done hundreds of these streams now. You never hear me say that to her. And like I said, if you do, that's between me and her. You lot pattern that. And especially when it's an outsider as well. When it's someone we don't know. You know what I'm saying? You lot are regulars here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I allow shit to go at me personally because that's me. I tolerate that because I'm cool with you lot. I say this all the time. Dupe Kit calls me Runners Up FC all the time. NB calls me a wallet on a daily basis. I get called all the time on a daily basis. If you want to run sexual jokes at me, cool. Midnight Oil and all that. That's fine. I have no issues with that. But don't be running that at females in it, because that can't run. You get what I'm saying in that? Don't do that because you don't know how that female feels. Yancy is cool. She like me. It's water for ducks back, but it's still not allowed to run in it. So all I'm saying is keep the shit respectful and non-sexual in it. I swear that I don't want to see nothing like that. This isn't take me out. You get what I'm saying in that? Yeah. Don't be shooting shots at no females over here in it. Even if they ask, no, you just don't in it. Don't even cross the road on that one in it. I was gonna say even just don't, because it's a whole different thing in that. And now man stop the whole show to do.
You know what it is,
Yeah.
Those people saying it. Let's turn it around. Would you want them saying it to your girlfriend, your sister, your mom, your daughter, any female relation or friend to you? If you don't like people saying it to them, then you don't say it to other people, especially people you don't know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? This is my point. Especially people you don't know. I know you don't be saying it to people you know. I know Yancy in it. I don't even be saying it to her. You know what I'm saying? And I know her. Like, let me reiterate this, people. I know her personally before all this. We didn't meet through this. I've known her years, and I still don't do that. So what I'm saying is, keep it. Run jokes and banter all you man want. I'm cool with that. What I'm saying is non-sexual, and I don't care if there's females in the chat. I don't care if it's a Mimi, if it's a Sasha, whoever else popping up in the chat and that. You know what I'm saying? Because you notice how there isn't many females around in this space. Because of things like that. It's because of things like that. And that's what I'm saying. And they might not say anything. Like I said, Yancy is more of a war for ducks backwards. That still doesn't make it okay, is what I'm saying. We see this all the time and that. Because what that can lead to is the online abuse. We see what females in this space and the type of abuse they get. You just lot know this because you lot follow the majority of them. We've had a few of them on here as well. We've had a Kendall on here. We've had an Ellen on here. Go search their acts and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And even the females we've not, that don't make it okay in it. You've seen the abuse that Anita's got, the gold diggers and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's why I have females on this platform in it, because it's like, it's not about your race. It's all about, are you talented or not? Are you good at what you're doing? Are you good at what you're doing? And I wanted to do this at the end, but shit kept going on in that, because I seen the Yan comment earlier on in it. I don't even know if she's seen it. And I was gonna let Winter Surf. I know Big Guy and Winter Surfer don't want to hear this. This is a member special, so now I've got to get them back on because I've stopped the show for this shit. But
it's fine.
It is what it is now. Because I was gonna let the show go, let you man go, and then boom, we was gonna have this in it. But it's kind of like it carried on after that. And like I was saying, especially if it's an outsider, it makes it worse. You don't be letting new people. Because the thing is with you, man, if someone jumped in the comments and dissed me personally, you man will be the first to block it. So handle that. Do the same for a Yancy. If you do that for me, which you would, because I know what you are like. Like, don't let the sexual shit run. It's not funny. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't run them type of jokes. I will say,
Flawless, I meant to bring this up before we started. Don't call me princess again in the background. Okay? If you cannot do that, that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, if you can't. It's just
to clarify, people, I was being sarcastic, and I call it Yancy princess. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it clean is what I'm saying.
You're right, man.
Keep it respectful. Talk to the females like you would a guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I treat Yancy as with the banner as bad as anybody else. Not the fact she's female, just because she deserves it. You know what I'm saying? And that. But what she does, and she's a City fan. So keep it clean is what I'm saying. And that. No more no sexual shit whatsoever. And it's mad I'm talking all this. And Ellen has popped in and is probably thinking, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? I apologize, Ellen.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you for Spurs, by the way.
Thank you. I'll have to stop the show halfway through the stream because I wanted to do this at the end. And that. But now we've got this halfway through the stream. I know Eleanor has no idea what the hell I'm rambling on about in it. And you lot know me. I'm always running jokes, but there's certain shit that can't run. You know what I'm saying? And that. Yo, Big Guy, I just seen your comment. Don't worry about it. In it. Like I said, apologies to used to. I didn't even want to stop it. Apologies to the people that are not involved and I'm not talking about like broads. It's always on that. I see broads on that. You've seen Tots pop in the chat and say any disrespect of the host. And that includes sexual disrespect. They don't have to be personal in that. So if you lot see someone saying some shit, like I said, about a Yancy, block, cut that out. I don't care if it's sexual. Cut that out. If you see him talking about someone in the comments, Ellen is here. Do the same. It doesn't matter who it is. Any female, you know what I'm saying in that. She don't even have to be cool with me. She could be Winter Surface brethren. Same shit. You know what I'm saying? And someone I don't know. Keep it clean is what I'm saying in that. Like, simple as that. That's it, innit? I got to run off my chest because you lot just be, not all of you, like I said, it wasn't everyone I'm talking about, but I seen the Yan City thing and then I seen other shit popping up as well. And I'm like, all right, but I was going to leave it to the end. That's not running on the channel, innit? That is not. And I know I've ran it, but that's because it's irked me, innit? Like, it's irritating me. Like, that shit's not cool. know what I'm saying? And the fact you lot let the Jan thing run, that can't run. And it was an outsider who said that as well. And someone tried to get onto Mimi again, who's another outsider in that. Yeah. You lot should be patterning that. It shouldn't take Tox to come in to say something or Broads to come in to pattern that and sort that out. And I'm not, and the same way you man move with fake accounts is how you need to move with them, man. Treat them, man, like fake accounts is what I'm saying. The outsiders who come in and keep it non-sexual is what I'm saying. And that. Yeah, Zayn, I know if you've just come in and you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it because, well, it does apply to you as well, even though you might not be in it. Like I'm saying, when females are in the chat or on the panel, keep it clean in it. Any sexual shit, zero tolerance. Because that goes from the personal disrespect as well in it. So don't do that. But if that was your woman or your sister, your aunt, your female cousin, your mom, whoever, you would not like it. You never hear me get talking sexual shit to someone in the comments or Yan City in that. Yes, I might run jokes, you get me? I might run a joke, but it never goes that far in that. And if I'm running a joke, that's me in it. Clearly they're comfortable with it. But don't, you get me? Don't try it in it. Just don't go down that lane and don't do it. Sorry, guy, I cut you off. Go on, what are you saying, that guy?
I can't remember. What were we talking about?
The big guy was saying something in it. My apologies again, because I've just rambled on in it. My head's hot now.
You're right. You know what I mean? You don't build up this community and then let some outsider talk shit about anyone.
My head's hot, man.
Hot. I'm not. Yeah, so you're absolutely right. What was it, Kane? Or was it
no,
Spurs?
big up Eleanor. But thanks for saving us.
I'm just saying. None of that.
Harry Kane? Something about, Harry Kane, you should move. I think I'll end the Harry Kane on that. But yeah.
I was going to say, it depends on the Euros as well. I can't believe I'm saying this, but somehow I think he's going to get starting for sure against that game against Croatia, regardless. Yeah. If Kane had a good Euros, he might have a second thought.
About moving?
It's a bit 50-50, man. It depends on the Euros, isn't it?
Oh, do you think? So if he won a trophy with England, he would stay at Spurs. Is that what you mean?
Kinda. Might have a second thought. Yeah.
Maybe because I think what it is he wants trophies because I think like Shearer gets disrespected as it is because Shearer's goal scoring record was unreal. I think it worked out about 30 goals a season. Every season or something like that. It was unreal. And I think because a lot of people were too young, they didn't really, because they didn't watch him, they just look at the numbers and they say, oh yeah, he scored in this many games. Like, you don't really give him the respect that he deserves.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think Harry Kane is probably scared of becoming one of them, where people just look at his numbers and say, nah, well, he scored this many goals, but what did he win? And I think he is scared of that. Whereas if he did come to a Man City or a Chelsea or even a Man United, whoever he goes to, and he wins, say he stays 5 years and he wins 2 Premier Leagues and a Champions League, won't matter. You know what I mean? He could play 10 games per season. If he wins them trophies, he wouldn't even have to score. If he scored 1 goal in each competition, that would back up his record because his record is insane in how many goals he scored. But I just think if he doesn't win anything, because Shearer, he had a Premier League trophy. So as much as, he may not have won as much as he probably should have with the amount of goals he scored, he still got the trophy, and that was in his career as well. So he kind of already had that. And I think maybe he would have moved elsewhere and maybe he would have won more. Who knows? But
don't you think it's a bit like his situation, the contract thing, it's a bit like Van Persie at Arsenal. Yeah. When he was like banging, he was like basically he was a player 2-time, I think he's player of the year twice in a row or something. But he was like banging in all those goals for Arsenal, and then he was like, "No, I don't see us winning anything," and he was right at the time. I want to win something, and he moved on to United, and he's got 1 Premier League, but he's a Premier League winner, and he was top scorer in that season. You can keep players at your club if you win things. Yeah. If you have exceptional players, but your club doesn't win things, after a while the loyalty runs out and it goes into individual teams. They want to They want the awards, but they want to win it with a team. It just works like that. It's a CV, you know. He wants to look in 25 years' time. Does he really want to? All he want to see is like 4 or 5 Golden Boot trophies. I mean,
yeah. And I think
look at Jesus. Look at Jesus, or look at the Premier League players we've had that have not even as half as good as Kane.
Yeah,
but their trophy cabinet.
Yeah,
it's full of winners' medals. It's just listen. It's his career. He wants to do that, and you know what? I'm glad he's coming out. If he's coming out, because it's not shameless for me. You know what, Harry Kane, you've done enough for Spurs. Go stat pad now for the rest of the career, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
If I was a Spurs fan, even I would, at heart, I'd go, I understand.
He's 29.
We're not winning anything.
But that's going to be 28 at the end of the season. But the thing is, like, even in the England squad, he goes to England. He's sat on the plane. You know, he has a conversation with the person next to him. Happens to be Phil Foden, 20 years old, 3 Premier League titles. That's not including the 4 Carabao Cups that he's got, 2 Community Shields or whatever he's got. Like, he's just got, and this is Phil Foden, who's 20 years old. He's got to look at that and be like, wow. You know, because we've talked about, like, Jamie Vardy, him watching, you know, because you can argue, Phil Foden's only won this, he's at Man City. But how can you explain Vardy? Because Vardy's not at a Man City. He's not at a Man United. And he's still picking up trophies. So he will look at that and he will be thinking, you know, I need to get a trophy. And even if he just wins one like Van Persie, I think he'd be happy with that.
Jan, if we win the European Cup and he's on that plane and he's sitting next to a Reece James or a Mason Mount, who'll go to him.
We
won the European Cup.
Mason Mount or Foden. One of them has to win it.
What if we win the European Cup, you win a league, and he's in one of those free-seaters, and he's in the middle, and he's got Foden one side about the other, just with their medals on.
Get someone
just with their medals on, going,
Mason Mount.
Sorry, just polishing my medals. It's all good.
No. Could you imagine how buzzing Phil Foden or Mount are going to be?
No.
They're going to be unbearable on that plane, because that is something that you don't normally win, you know, till later on in your career. So for them to win it at 22 for Mason Mount or 20, and let's be honest, both of them could win it by 22, because even if Phil Foden doesn't win it, Phil Foden could go win it.
I'm just thinking he must have got it when Ryan Bertrand was in the squad, and he's got his Champions League medal. And Harry Kane's looking at him going, You've only played one Champions League game in your life, and it was the final when you won.
Yeah.
And I've played like 30 games, and I've only gone to a final once, and you've got a winner's medal.
Yeah, he's feeling the pain.
You play for Southampton.
That's what happens though in football, isn't it? That's what happens. It's like the likes of David Silva by rights, you know, was such a good player. He should have got a Champions League, but at least with him, he's got a World Cup. So I'm sure he's not too bothered. Do you know what I mean? You didn't win the Champions League, but you won the World Cup.
Jose Basingwa.
Hey, Basingwa's half decent still. You know what I'm saying?
Hang on.
Basingwa's half decent.
Jimmy Traore.
I'm going to zip on Basingwa, man. I can't lie. I will not.
Jimmy Traore's got one, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to be trouble if I'm speaking about Basingwa.
People keep talking about Mbappe. If Mbappe wins.
Here we go. He's waiting for this. Look at the way you're smiling. Go on. You waiting for this. Go on. You know what I'm saying? I'm ruining your landing and that. I could see that a mile off when you had that big grin.
He had a chance to complete football, didn't it? There's other players.
You has a chance to complete football?
Mbappe.
Oh, I thought you was going to talk about City player having a chance to complete football.
I was going to say, on paper, is what it is, isn't it? If that happens.
What player? Which player are you talking about?
Somebody that got a World Cup without really contributing to the World Cup.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, she's talking about Mendy. Plays for them.
He's one of the greatest trophy collectors.
He won a World Cup.
Yeah, he's won a World Cup.
Got 2 or 3 Premier Leagues now? I think
free, right? He's free.
Let me check it.
Yeah.
Free. Yeah, he came in the Centurion season.
He's won the league. He's won the French league.
Yeah.
Monaco.
Yeah.
He's got a trophy every 12 games of his career.
He won 3 leagues in a row.
And if he wins that Champions League final, one will be the Champions League as well.
He won 3 leagues in a row. He won the Monaco and then the 2 with City back to back.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's mad, yo.
Yeah.
Yes, Benjamin. I'm not actually
This is what I'm saying. Harry Kane must be looking at that and thinking, bloody hell. You know what I mean?
One. He's got just won one.
Because what's mad is that you could have, you get me, City won the Premier League on the plane with you, so you got the City players won the Premier League and the Carabao Cup. The Chelsea players could potentially win the Champions League. You got the United players who could have won the Europa League. And you got the Liverpool players who, you got the Leicester players who won the FA Cup, and then you got the Liverpool players who just won a Premier League last season and a Champions League, and you're just there. You could literally be the only medalist guy.
He could. That's
deep, you know.
Look at the squad. Do you know what?
All we know is he's the only man who goes through the airport and doesn't set off the metal detector, doesn't he? You know what I mean? The rest do.
That's our
you know what I mean?
Do you know what?
That's our boy. But yo, we got to welcome back second time round, man. Sarcasm City TV family. You know what I'm saying? The patroller of the AC Penitentiary. When I say this, he needs to go down in the Hall of Fame of this YouTube shit when it's all said and done. The best export from West London ever.
This PCR test thing is a scam.
I told you, man. I told you, man.
Man,
That's why I
118
for that one.
How much?
118 for 2 tests.
I told you, see?
And you know what? That's on the cheap. That's the cheap test. CBA.
Wow. 118.
Yeah, and this 118, I have to go and pick it up from East London. Yeah, because if I had packaging, it's another 25 quid.
Yeah, my dad said he wasn't going because my dad would have got a ticket, and I said, "Why don't you just go? It's cheap." Because obviously he would have just had to pay for the ticket. But like, now I'm not going with all this COVID.
That's the thing, because you be that's the travel, isn't it? Because the travel is free, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. He would have only had to pay for his ticket and then the PCR, but he just said he can't be asked traveling in this. Plus, he thinks the ref's gonna be a nightmare. He doesn't want to go all the way.
No, I hope so. That's the only way it'll be fucking worth it.
Do you know what, Rabbi? I'm not slandering Mbappe. I rate Mbappe. I was just saying that technically, people have been talking about for years how if Mbappe wins the Champions League, he's completed football because he's won X, Y, Z. And I was just saying Benjamin Mendy was part of 2 of them teams that he was in, and he's been in a Man City squad who've won almost everything. And if he wins the Champions League, technically he would complete it before Mbappe. So that's not slander on Mbappe. That's just the madness of football. Because we were just talking about Kane and how like Kane could potentially be sat on a plane going to the Euros in between a Mason Mount, who could potentially be a Champions League winner, and Phil Foden, who's just won the Carabao Cup and the Prem. Like, and look at it.
Kante can do that as well if he wins.
Yeah.
Apparently Madrid want to get rid of Hazard, #1 transfer list. Apparently he wants to come back to Chelsea. It's just coming out of the Madrid zone.
I saw that, yeah.
To be fair to Kante, though, Kante's played a big part in a lot of them games.
Yeah. I'm just like when you're saying with Mbappe. It's I mean,
Daniel said in the comments about Kante could, but yeah, Kante is a different story with him.
It's like what I said with like Alonso. You know, it's like he could end up winning the Premier League, FA Cup, and a European Cup. It's like I don't think you well Premier League and Premier League definitely deserved because he was a big help. FA Cup, but European Cup, I don't. You don't deserve that. Do you know what I mean? It's like you just don't deserve. It's like basically you're just there as a squad member.
Yeah.
You haven't done anything to contribute to this Champions League run. Yeah. You know what I mean? I know it sounds harsh, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's like I would have. This might sound harsh. It was like I would have. If there was a rule like in 2012 with John Terry, and you could decide whether he got a medal or not, I wouldn't have given him a medal because of what he done in the semi-final. Because he could have cost us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we went down to 10 men. But if there was something like this where you could go, yeah, what have you done in the Champions League? How many games have you played, or what part you played?
Look at Baths.
Yeah.
Hazard could cope with the pressure of being a proper big cup around the head. Oh,
that's all right. I mean, if he's looking for an easy ride and a big contract, probably Arsenal is his next destination. So,
he's past the age of 30, so you lot should probably go for him.
You should get him to replace William. You know what I mean? That worked out well for you.
Just saying. I mean, to be fair, Arsenal without European football could be good for next season. Just saying.
No. What Fato? It just gives Arteta more time to mess him up. You know what I mean? In between the games, so just gives them a longer time to mess him up. Yeah, but no excuse. They should at least get 7th next year. That's what I'm thinking. So move up, and that's progression. Progression. Then progression.
Now, to be honest, with no European football, they should have, because a lot of the time European football, especially when it's not Champions League, it can be annoying. You've got to go away on a Thursday night. 3 days later, you've got a big game against Man United or something. It's quite difficult to kind of juggle both. Whereas they will literally have a whole week to focus on their next game. So they should do better next season, really.
Yeah. There is no. I mean, it'd be fascinating what the excuses are.
Sorry, just to cut you off. Yeah, sorry, just to cut you off. You said Tuchel will get sacked before Mikel Arteta. What?
Who said that?
Baz. Big up Baz, by the way.
Yeah. Do you know why? Because we're ambitious. If something happens to Tuchel, we're ambitious.
Arteta will take you up to 5th place and you'll call it progress.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. That's not a boast, Babs. You know what I mean? That Tuchel could get sacked before. That just shows how poor your club's run.
Chelsea are just ruthless, though. Like, if next season it looks like, say he loses the Champions League final, and then next season it doesn't look like he's going to win the league.
Yeah, there you go.
You're not get rid of him. You're not going to keep him there and say, let's give him a full year.
Next season it's going to be the first test of his full season.
If in December we're 15 points off the top.
Yeah.
It wouldn't shock me that he'd get sacked. It wouldn't shock me because it'd be like, or if we have the same situation, we're not even in the top 4, then if the breaking news that Tuchel was gone, I'd go, okay, who's next? Whether it's Arteta, if we had hired Arteta, which we've never done, he would have got fired about 35 times by now.
Yeah.
Arteta wouldn't have lasted till Christmas.
He wouldn't have lasted a week. You know what I mean? He would have been booted.
Oh wait, this man's moving.
Which one?
Yeah, I think Arsenal are just different. I think, you know what, even Man City, they're a little bit more, we don't sack our managers as frequently, but if it's not working, they will get someone in. They're not just going to keep them just for sentiment, No. A lot of the time, with Pellegrini, to be fair to him, it was more that we've got Pep lined up than anything else, to be fair. With Mancini, he lost the dressing room. I heard that there were games where Man City would lose, he'd just go straight down the tunnel and leave. He wouldn't even go to the dressing room. And that FA Cup final against Wigan, the atmosphere there, between the players and him, it just felt like they were almost trying to get him sacked. I'm not going to downplay Wigan because I thought Wigan were there, they wanted it. But I think they definitely weren't trying. And it was weird because we'd seen Yaya Toure go and win 2 finals by, running through the midfield and just shooting. And, run, get to the position where you'd expect him to shoot and then pass it back. And I was like, that's weird. That's not... It didn't feel like one of them games where Man City tried and Wigan were better. It felt like one of them games where Man City would just not... No one wanted to shoot. I think our first shot, or our first proper shot, was when Dzeko came on at 86 minutes. Something like that. Before that, they weren't trying to... It was just the weirdest game. And I don't know what was going on in the dressing room, but if you spoke to them players now and said, did you try and get Mancini sacked off the record? I think some of them would be saying yeah. Because it just looked like... It was just a weird game of football, honestly.
I think he's like. I think Conte's the same. I just think it's the intensity. You know, if you're intense all the time, after a while, it'll just start to wear thin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you didn't have a good season defending your title that year.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was one of the craziest transfer windows for you because I think you signed Rodwell. Didn't you sign who's that right back for Inter Milan? I can't remember. He got roasted by Bale. Yeah. Very weird summer sign. Very weird follow-up summer signings, and then you can. It's like Conte. I think just after a while, the intent, you know, because he looks intense all the time. Like he can't be, you know, it can't be fun to hang around with Antonio Conte because he's just too like hothead. I think that's probably what happened to Mancini because you can tell from his sideline he was like always intense or you know stuff like that, and it just runs its course. It's like Mourinho. It just runs its course.
It's just with the players just the way they are. But I think like with Pep, he seems to have like the perfect balance between being intense and then having downtime. Like you always see when Man City do achieve something, Pep will celebrate with the players. He won't focus too far ahead, and he'll sort of let them. Like today was all about Aguero. They'll celebrate, they'll drink, they'll do what they're doing, and then tomorrow it will be Champions League. Do you know what I mean? And then if they win that, great, celebrate. If they don't, it'll be next season or Euros or whatever.
That's such a shame, man. Aguero should have had a full stadium.
I know.
There was fans there.
I never got to go, you know.
He should have a full stadium.
I was there for 20, but I didn't see. You know what's the peakest thing though? The last time I saw him play, I had no idea it was going to be the last game because at that time, I went to the Carabao Cup final. This season, the last season, and obviously we had a few games. So we had like a FA Cup game away. We had West Ham in the Prem, and we had Arsenal in the Prem. So I didn't go away to Sheffield, and I thought, let me not go West Ham. So I sold my ticket for West Ham because I thought I'll just go to Arsenal. So they were like 3 days apart. So I thought, let me just go Arsenal. So went to Manchester, was waiting to go. I was just about to leave the house, and I got like this notification saying that it's been called up. So that was the last game that I would have gone to. So yeah, the last time I went was that, and then the Carabao Cup final this year, I did actually get a ticket, but I decided not to go, which I regret now because I didn't realise that would be the last game. So it's a bit shit, but you know, hopefully I'll just have to fly to Barcelona. I want to fly to Barcelona next year. Barcelona against Real Sociedad, and then I can just watch David Silva against Sergio Aguero. And I'm kind
of surprised how Barcelona approached Aguero though, because
he's had to take a pay cut, right? He's had to take a massive pay cut.
Yeah. I don't know why.
There is incentives. But I think it's like 80 grand or something like that, which is like, but you know, it's 80 grand. But it's like 2-year deal. I think it's 2-year deal, option of a third, but it's like incentives, like Champions League winning and stuff like that. So. Yeah. That's how they get around it. Same with Memphis Depay as well. I think they're only paying like 13. I know it's a free transfer, isn't it? Something like that. But they finesse it somehow. Always, the Spanish teams always finesse their finances somehow. You know, offshore, whether it's allegedly offshore accounts or Spanish government bailing them out. Just go somewhere, you know. Just go away. They'll have someone buy one of their properties, like their training ground, and then they'll lease it back to them for like 30 years or something like that, you know, but they don't have to pay for it. But, you know, I'm sure that's really, you know, they'll get around it somehow. But it'd be interesting because I can't remember seeing Messi and Aguero play that much for Argentina, so I don't even know how they link up. I know they're good friends, but I can't remember them linking up that much for Argentina.
World Cup.
Yeah, apart from World Cup. Yeah, I only really watch Argentina in the World Cup, so it'll be interesting.
Messi and Aguero are like best friends.
Yeah.
So they met when they were sort of young. It's quite a cute story, actually. Aguero apparently didn't know who Messi was, and apparently he went to sit down next to him, and everyone was like, you don't know who this is? And he was like, no. And then apparently they just became really close friends after that. They've shared a room together all the time. And they've always both said that they want to play with each other. Like, that sounds wrong. Play together in the same team. Yeah. So I thought, great, we're going to get Messi. But clearly it wasn't.
It's the other way around, yeah.
If Aguero had stayed, then maybe Messi might have come. Who knows? But yeah, I think Aguero has always wanted to be in the same team, and it's nice to see that he can do that. I think with Aguero, one good thing about this season is we have won without him. So it's not, with David Silva, you could see that he was missing from our team. Like you could see at the beginning of the season, we were missing something, and that was David Silva. Obviously, we've recovered now, but at the start of the season, it was really obvious. I think with Aguero, we've kind of done everything without him. Like, even today, like, we were 3-0 up when he came on. Like, it's nice that he came on and scored his goals and stuff like that, but it's kind of, I feel like the transition is going to be a little bit easier with Aguero just because he's not been fit, so.
Yeah,
what a goodbye for him, though. Like, 2 goals at the Etihad, that's the perfect ending for him. He doesn't have to do anything more from here. Just leave. That's it. It's done.
No. Yeah. Champions League.
That's it. Yeah. No, he don't have to do anything in that one. He's at the perfect ending. Just say goodbye, walk off into the sunset.
I don't know why
you don't have to end it in heartbreak. Come on, we don't have to end it in heartbreak.
He needs to travel now. He's done his bit.
And Aguero, one of them deserves it, innit?
Oh, for
Garner or Aguero?
Oh, God's sake, man. Don't even mention about my players, please.
Come on, man. Your client's about to be lifting big ears in the next week.
Oh, please, one time in my life, bro. I've been waiting for this spot for a long time. Oh, my God.
Picture it. Werner running through on goal, and this time he doesn't miss it.
You know what? I think he's destined to score in that final just because of the way everyone's been slandering him, but...
Oh my days!
Not for me, man. Not for me.
To be fair, we've been doing all these comparisons between 2012 and now. In 2012, it was a number 11 that scored.
Oh no! I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing, Lewis. I know what you're doing, Lewis. Oh,
I'm not saying nothing. It's just if we're doing this comparison thing, it was a number 11 that scored.
If we are doing the comparison thing, it might be more like 08. So he's got a good chance of being sent off in the final.
Oh, don't. No, glad I am that we're not wearing our new kit, because then it would be 08 vibes. New kit, Champions League final against a club in Manchester. I'm not going.
In the rain.
Fuck
in the rain.
Yeah, but you won't.
Oh, no. This is sunny. They're saying 21 degrees in Porto. Let's go.
When are you traveling, Lewis?
Whenever they tell me what time the fucking flights are.
Yeah. Are you staying over the night, or are you getting out the same night? Because, are they relaxing the rules, or did they say you have to be still quarantined for 10 days or something after?
Nah, no quarantine, thank God.
Okay. Because there were reports like if you didn't get out within the same, like earlier, but obviously it didn't cross now. If you didn't get out on the same night, then you'd have to spend like 10 days, 2 weeks, hold up somewhere. So hopefully that doesn't happen. So there's new variants going around.
Yeah.
Let me see this.
It's going to be interesting. That final, I'm not looking forward to it.
I can't wait.
No.
I hope you win.
I wish that was in England, man. Flipping out. UEFA's been jackasses for the last couple of weeks, man. Honestly. Wish the final was in England.
So do I. But it costs about 300 less.
Yeah.
Wait, you get Cat 4 or Cat 3?
Category 4.
Good.
Oh, that's good then.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, so it saves it being like fucking 470 instead.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good. Because Man City, 60, the Cat 4 sold out straight away. Then the Cat 1, strangely. So I don't know why that sold out quick. And then there was the Cat 2 and Cat 3 that sold out last. But
I can't lie, it must have been your owner paying up your supporters a lot. Though. No wonder Cat One sold out for you lot.
Do you know what?
Suddenly
the
everyone's budget is a bit less, or is a bit more. Sorry.
Yeah.
Suddenly everyone's budget goes up.
Like, I'm not paying 500. They probably thought 500 with flights, and travel to the stadium. They probably thought it's not that bad, but I don't know. I don't know where the tickets were or anything like that. In terms of the 5:15 and the 60 and stuff like that, I don't really know. But to be honest, I would have gone if my passport was in date. Yeah, that would have been. It would have been a good experience, I think. But I do think Man City will get to another final. I don't think it's going to be like the first and only time. So,
quick question: if you guys don't win, like you're gonna look like Pep gonna stay for at least like next season, at least until next season.
I think he's got 2 years left as it stands. So I think he will see out his contract regardless. That's what I think he'll do. If we don't win it, I think Man City will win it within the next sort of 2 to 3 years, maybe 3 to 5. I think we will. So I don't know. Like maybe that's not under Pep. Who knows? But I think these players, if they don't win it this year, I think they'll feel a bit hard done by just of how they played in the Champions League. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the only team that have won more games than us in a Champions League season is Real Madrid, and they actually went on to win it. Then there's Barcelona, I think, is the other one, and Bayern Munich. So, the teams that have won as many games as Man City, which is 11 out of 12 so far, tend to have gone on and win it. So I think if Man City don't win it, they'll be gutted. And I think they'll probably try and get there again next season. I don't know. It could be a Liverpool situation where we lose it one year, we go back the next and win it. I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think if Man City don't win the Champions League final, they'll definitely go and buy like Harry Kane or someone like that. And then they should, realistically, they should be getting to the Champions League final next season with a clinical striker. Because they've got there without a striker. So they should be doing that.
This might sound crazy, but I do think you guys still gonna chasing for Haaland. It might sound crazy.
Possibly. Do you know what I would love Haaland. Haaland is my number one choice, but it's just whether he goes now because they've got Champions League football. So I don't know. Niffen says, Ravi says first. Jan, do you think the Champions League final will get to extra time? I bloody hope not. I hope Man City just wrap it up in the first half, personally, for my stress levels. But it'll probably be 1-0, that game. I think whoever scores first will win. I think it'll be tight. It'll be 1-0 or 2-1. That's what I think. Niffen says, from an outsider's perspective, after the season, do you see Chelsea in a Champions League final again within the next 10 years? What I would say is the squad that Chelsea have are quite a young team. So if you did win the Champions League now, you might win it again. I do think Man United will need to be careful what they wish for with Chelsea, because I do think if Chelsea win it this year, I think Chelsea will win it again before Man United get number 4. So I think you could both be on 3 Champions League. I don't think Man United win it against Chelsea.
That would kill them. That would absolutely kill them.
I think they go from having 3 ahead
to
catching them. I can see that happening.
So imagine
I know obviously United fans don't want Man City to win this. I get that. But at the same time, I think they'll be regretting it.
Imagine that, the 50-year glorious history, 60 years, 3 times they've won it, and then you've got a City or Chelsea. Who could catch him up in like...
I still think regardless, even if you win it this year, I still think Man City will win it soon.
Yeah.
So it's not like Man United are going to be like, haha, they're probably going to have, they're on 3, Chelsea on 2, Man City on 1. Then it'll be Man United on 3, Chelsea on 3, Man City on 2 or something like that. So I don't know. I don't think they've got to be careful what they wish for. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Liverpool target's maybe out of reach with 6. You never know.
Yeah.
If one of the two teams get their act together, they can dominate it. So.
Yeah. Daniel says, when Man City fans are overconfident, they lose to Chelsea. You know what it is, though? Because I think, because I had this discussion last time, like a lot of people are saying City fans are being overconfident. Like, I don't think Man City fans in general, the actual Man City fans, are ever overconfident. I think a lot of Man City fans still have that typical Man City, we hope we win, but we're not sure, that sort of thing. Even my dad is a very confident Man City fan. He's basically saying that he doesn't know what's going to happen in that final. So, yeah, it's one of them. I do think, what I've said before, is Man City currently at the moment are unbeaten in the Champions League. They've just won the Premier League for the first time out of 4 years, and they've won a cup, right? So, if you look at Man City's record and you compare it to Chelsea, if you compare it as 2 clubs, then if it was the other way around and Chelsea fans were coming to me and saying Chelsea is going to win, I would see where they were coming from. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Man City is going to win it because it's the final. But if you just won the league, if you just won a double and you were unbeaten in the Champions League and you turned around to me and said, we're going to win this final, I would say, fair enough, I can see why you think that. That's all I'd say. Yeah, I know the better team don't always win. That's why I'm saying Chelsea could very easily win that final. I don't think it's one of them where it's over. That being said, usually the best team in the final tends to win it. Usually in the Champions League, there's been a few occasions where it's gone the other way, but usually it goes the way of the favourites in the final. I don't know. It's our first final.
Flawless scare. Flawless literally scare.
Wait.
Lose their first final, innit? So
no, Flawless, you scare. You scare, yeah. If we win it and then we win another one like in the next 3 years, are you scared? Like we can.
Does
that scare me from a Manchester United fan point? 100%. Well, you're the lesser of. I'd rather Chelsea have 4 before City get 1. I'd rather you have 4. Yes, it overtakes us, but at the moment, you are the biggest obstacle to stop 2 out of the 3 teams I hate the most winning a Champions League and I think the Premier League next season is between City, Liverpool, Chelsea. If you're asking me out of those 3, who I would most like to win, because I hate the other 2 is Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? So
look at this shit.
No, what is that? Say Tari.
The shame. They were going to finish 7th and celebrate this.
Yeah, of course they was, because that's all.
Mate,
any
of you gooners in the comments section, look at your mans. Look at this, bro.
I hope Babs doesn't sleep right now.
Have shame.
I did see Babs in the comments as well. Big up everyone in the comments and that. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, yes, does it concern me that Chelsea, with the funding you have, the success you continue to have, the managers you can get, the players you can attract, of course you can be a top team. But at the end of the day, do I want you to have success? No. Why would I take Chelsea having success over City and Liverpool having success? Absolutely. And you're the only team that's going to break that dominance next season is Chelsea. It's not going to be United. It won't be Spurs. It's not going to be Arsenal. It's not going to be Leicester. I'm literally relying on you. Not like, do I like Chelsea? No.
The irony.
I'm taking them over City and Liverpool. I got no choice.
The irony now that Chelsea have come so full circle of being an oil-rich club that other clubs fans are hoping that we win it over Man City or Liverpool. It's just like I don't know, man. It's just like people praising the Joker in a film, trying to be bad, trying to save us. You know what I mean? It's like
I can't believe I'm saying it, but it's 2 out of our 3 main ops, depending on where. For certain people, City and Liverpool might be top 2. For me, it's Liverpool, Arsenal, City. That's my 3. I hate them all.
No, yeah.
why.
That's my
You're right.
When Chelsea got rich, like I never remember being. I know Man City fans, like because obviously I've been around the ground and stuff, and like we weren't saying, "Oh, you know, Chelsea, blah blah blah." Like obviously, like they were the team that were going to stop Man United from winning it season after season. So I think in 2012, I hope Chelsea win the Champions League because I knew I didn't want Man United to win it. So it was like, that's good. Obviously, now we're in the mix, you know, then obviously I prefer Man City to win everything. But it's one of them things. But you know what? Like, obviously, Arsenal fans are going to back City because it's one of them. It's Chelsea who are the most rivals compared to us who they don't have, they've got some bad sort of feelings towards Man City because of, you know, the players that we bought before, but them players aren't in this team. If it was a Man City team with Adebayor and Nasri, them Clichy, Sanya, like them sort of players, if it was them, they probably would say, no, I'd prefer Chelsea because they don't want the Arsenal players to go and win it. But right now, it's just one of them. But Devante, for saying Man City are the favourites, you have to be the favourites when you're the Premier League champions. You have to be.
You say Liverpool make Charles next season. How?
No. What I'm saying is, if it's not, I think Liverpool can come back. Will they? I don't know. But I think Liverpool, and I want to be wrong on this, do a City next season, not in terms of winning it, but in terms of getting a couple players in and challenging. They have a big chip on their shoulder. They just lost their title in embarrassing fashion. They're getting players coming back. They've won nothing. If we was doing the show the same time last season, I'd be talking about Manchester City, and it's the same way. As much as I hate Liverpool, all jokes or banter agenda aside, Klopp has turned them into a winning machine. They have a winning mentality. They want to win. So for them to not win anything, and it's the fashion, the way they went out in the Champions League, the way they lost their Premier League title in like December. It was done in January. Yeah. The turn of the year, the title. Like that hurts. And they're having Van Dijk come back. Even though I don't rate him highly like that, Henderson will come back. Fabinho will be playing midfield. They'll probably sign a couple of players. Jota will be back. If they're definitely going into the transfer market to sign someone, there's talks of them getting Kanate. Yes, he's injury prone, but if they manage to sort that out, then you've got Van Dijk and Kanate playing centre back. You've got Fabinho in front of that. The fullbacks are there. You've got the goalkeeper scoring headers. Like that doesn't happen by accident. Like they won their last 7 games. Like the momentum is with them. All they need to do is add to that. And we know the thing is with them, there's not this whole can they get over the hump. They just won the Premier League last season and won the Champions League the season before that. It's the same players. Same with City. If City have a terrible season this next season coming, I'm fearful of them. I'm fearful of Chelsea in that sense. I said this about your team at the start. I said your squad is good. We're going to find out if your manager's not good enough. From a third eye view, we did an episode on it and we rated every team's transfer window. And I give Chelsea like a 9. Because I thought your window was very, very good. We're going to find out about your manager. And as soon as you got a good manager, what happened? You man went on a roll, got to an FA Cup final, got to a Champions League final, the form team, lost only, 3 games in 20 or something mad like that.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Only conceded more than 1 goal on 2 occasions or something like something crazy. Beat Atletico Madrid, beat Real Madrid, like comfortably as well. Like the people like, oh, you're seeking. No, I just say what I see. You lot rolled over the 2 Madrid clubs in comfort. That's even though they're both not what they were, that's still not easy to do. Same with Manchester City. They beat PSG with relative comfort. They beat Dortmund the same. There was always an element of control. And I watch those type of things. So unfortunately, I got to back you lot in it with the Champions League final and next season until we get a manager. Once we get a manager, we're back. Until that, it's like we can maybe pick up a Europa League, a League Cup, a FA Cup. And hopefully, I just want to get through the group stages. If we get to the second knockout round of the Champions League, I'll be over the friggin' moon just to be involved.
Do you know what Liverpool have to be careful with as well? Because, like, if they put all their eggs into the Premier League basket, so say we're going to go for the Premier League and they don't win it, say Chelsea just have a fantastic season. Because I think if Chelsea win the Champions League, they'll go all for the Premier League next season like Liverpool did. And I think Man City win the Champions League, all that pressure of winning the Champions League is gone. So I actually think whoever wins the Champions League will probably go on to the league next season, just because they'll have all the momentum. And 2, that whole European thing that people bang on about is not relevant because you're champions of Europe throughout the whole season. You know what I mean? So I think whoever wins, honestly, next week, so Liverpool got to be careful because if they go all for the Prem and, you know, a Man City or a Chelsea have all this momentum from winning the Champions League, they might not win it. So they probably need to go for the Cups as well this year because at least if they can get an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup and then a decent run in Europe, maybe even get to a final or whatever, then it's a good season. But if they go all for the Prem, drop out of all the Cups, drop out of Europe, and they go all for the Prem and then a City or a Chelsea win it, it's not going to be a good season for them. So
look at this dickhead Maloney as well with his freaking idiot tag and that. You know what I'm saying? Look at this prick.
Lewis ready for the agenda.
I'm not celebrating the league title. I'm celebrating Lille winning League One. Big up Lille. Come on,
this guy. And you see, here's the thing, people. Yeah, you lot call me a troll. Say I'm shameless. When Lewis sends for me about Don Poch, which he did when City knocked them out today, no one person backed me. No, one person. Wait. I'm going to give the explanation. Don't worry about that. One person didn't back me. No, there wasn't one act saying, yo, I loud flawless. You're doing too much, Lewis. But bear in mind, this guy has a massive following. Thoroughly deserved, by the way, people. So people are going to get onto me. That shit got over 100 tweets. Thank you, Lewis, innit? Because most people, I got followers off that. So I appreciate that.
Anytime, bro. Pick up the gang.
But yeah, look, see, he trolling me now. Yan City over there smiling.
Also, Leah, let's go.
Nobody, wait, one second.
Lewis, I can't lie. We might get Paris away next season. I can't lie.
Here's the thing, let me go.
Done PSG away, yeah.
You know what would be funny?
Nobody backed me.
Man United again in a knockout stage, and then you won't know who to support then.
United, no. Here's the thing, no. Obviously, United's my team. I support United, but the silver lining is if Poch does knock us out and I'll be like, because
Ollie
anyhow.
What if Ollie knocks out Patch?
No, Ollie just finished. Wait, hold up. Ollie just finished above Klopp, but I'd still have Klopp over him. Shit happens, innit?
What if there's no controversy over two legs, and Ollie out tactics Pochettino?
I'd look at the game and be like, what, over two legs?
Would your world?
I'd have to look at it. Yeah.
Would you question over the Matrix? Would you question over the Matrix?
I would. Yeah.
What is going on?
What if Ollie comes up against Patch?
Yeah. Look at you smiling at the thought.
Does that, yeah? And then the next round he's got like a Zidane, because we don't know who Zidane's going to manage, right? Yeah. And he out-tactics him. You know what I mean? Like, and then, I don't know, like a Tuchel or something like that, and he does it again. Like, what, are you going to rate him? Because Ollie's now in a Champions League final against Pep.
You know what? If he wins a Champions League final, I'll shut up. And see, Andrew Murphy says this. He says Ollie would win the league with PSG. But what happened in Ollie's second stint in Norway? Let's address that.
Wow.
Hold up, wait, let me finish this. Let me land here, innit? Please let me land because the wheels are coming out right now, innit? What happened in Ollie's second stint in Norway? And you don't want to get onto Poch. What happened in Ollie's second stint? Go Google and Wikipedia that and get back to me, people. Yeah, he didn't win it. He didn't win it. He failed. His second stint in mode, he failed. So these will get onto Poch and say Poch isn't good enough for United because he won league, because he didn't win the French league. But yet we have a manager who failed to win the Norwegian league.
Is that Cardiff tax though?
This is before Cardiff, fam. This is before Cardiff. Yeah. He had two stints. At Malta.
Right. I thought it was after Cardiff.
No. Actually, was it after Cardiff? Maybe, but he relegated Cardiff as well. But these one relegated Cardiff. He relegated Cardiff. He relegated Cardiff, and man want to get onto me.
You can't have relegated Cardiff.
Not comment on that.
And man want to get onto me and that. And the thing is with the Poch, like if all the things happen that you are saying with Poch, if 2 years down the line, he's not won the Champions League, he's not won the French league, then I'm gonna I'll admit I was wrong and move on. Like, it's not that deep for me, innit? Like, I rated this manager. I thought he was gonna go up to the next level, and that's cool. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, but he wouldn't ball a one horse, but he failed to get 1 point from 2 games in the Champions League group. Let's establish that. What's tougher in it? Winning half a season or 1 point from 2 games. This is what I'm talking about. Is this type of stuff.
I just saw that. Big up Rosenborg.
I didn't click him off. He fell off. I didn't click him off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making excuses. Should he have won League One? Yes, but I'm not going to hold that against him. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is why he left the dickhead. Look at his name.
I was just saying, big up fucking Rosenborg.
Look at his name. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I had this changed from time ago. I can't lie.
But yeah, as I was saying as well with the Poch thing, if I'm wrong on it in 2023, we'll still be doing the show. Call me on it. You get what I'm saying? And call me on it. But I would admit he's wrong and move on. Like, it's
to be fair, Ollie did won the region league in his first.
Yeah, the first time I'm talking about, but the second time you flopped. Like, this is my whole point. This is the same guy who got relegated also from the Premier League. This is the same guy who had 1 point from 2 games. This is the same guy. We've only drew less games than the bottom 2 teams in the league. We drew 10 games or some shit like that. Like, there's so many different stats I can pull out. Forget the eye test. But you know what it is, isn't it?
You are undefeated away over a year.
Yeah, great. And what trophy did we win for that?
The
Nothing.
second place trophy.
There we go. And I'll do second place in there.
First runners up.
Yeah, first runners up. I don't do that, innit? I know I call us doggy style FC, but people taking that too literally and that. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's all about finishing second, but not in the long term. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you might be wilder than that. And like I said, certain people are trolling, and then certain people will just defend Ollie to the end. I'm not one of them who will defend a player to the end or a manager. If I'm proven wrong on him, I'll be like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And then move on. It's not that there's certain players who I've seen, I'm like, he's going to be a star, and he's fell off. And then there'll be certain players, and I'm like, he's washed. And it's like, right, it's actually, Tuchel's better than I thought he was. You know what I'm saying? And Tuchel's legit better than I thought he was.
Yeah.
I was doubtful.
Big Leo, by the way.
Yeah, salute to Leo.
Really.
Okay, see, wait, let me get to this. Hold up. When did Poch take over PSG? Was it January?
Wasn't it? Was it
December,
January?
January,
Yeah.
Okay, so December. So he got relegated. Okay, so Ollie got relegated, taken over in January, and that's okay. But Poch takes over the PSG team and doesn't win the league, and that's not. I know you just running agendas, innit? I just like to call these things out.
No, it just fits with the recurring pattern of being at Tottenham and failing.
Yeah.
And yo, Daniel, you say this. You've had 5 losses all season, which is all well and good. What did we win? This is my. I mean,
the entire season.
5 in the Premier League, I think.
5
in the Premier League.
Yeah,
because we drew like 12 games.
Recently, right?
They really might be at the wheel, you know.
Yeah, the wheel with no fucking license from. You know what I'm saying? No license, no insurance, no road tax.
Maybe he's just passing his theory test.
One wheel missing. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he looked at that book. One wheel missing. You know what I'm saying? It's duct tape. You know what I mean? One of the windscreens.
He's on a unicycle, balancing over side. He's like that.
You lost 6 games this season.
Yeah, we lost 6 games.
And you won 21.
And how many did we draw?
11.
Oh, maybe that was the 21 they were talking about. The 21 is coming.
Fucking hell, man.
The league victories. 21 league victories.
Yeah, but that's
21 and
people
21.
Want, innit? People are happy with that, innit? Like certain fans are happy with being unbeaten away from home.
Well.
Yeah,
look at that. Invincible away from home, nearly the same amount of draws as the Invincibles. Like, Ole's onto something.
Yeah, serious. You know what he's onto? Absolutely nothing from.
Did you see the video of the Man United, the whole, the rain coming down during the week?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I didn't realise. You know, when I heard that Man United fans going to holes in the roof, and I just thought, just little things here and there. It was like someone turned all the way on a tap. Sometimes that you do early in the morning, you forget, and it's like that. That's mad. Like they've got all that big.
Years.
Yeah, that's mad. No, I know you're not blaming. I know you're not blaming Poch. What I'm saying is that people use that type of rhetoric. You know what I'm saying, and say, "Oh, you got." People make excuses for this guy all the time, and I'm like, he's never held accountable. One second, Yancy. When United play well, the players and Ollie get maximum plaudits, and it's thoroughly deserved in that. But when we play bad, he gets no criticism, and it's the players, it's the owners, it's the board, it's the leaky roof, it's me, it's Saeed, it's Aaron, it's Rant. I've been blamed for results before, like I picked the team. Someone blamed me for a draw we got, Man legit said, he eyed me back, swear on my life, and said, it's your fault that we drew the game. And he said some other stuff, and then I reeled back the tweet, and I said, wait, one sec. I said, are you blaming me for the draw we just had? And man said, yes, he doubled down on it. I'm like, did I pick the team? Did I pick the tactics? How am I here to... If I could influence this, Ollie wouldn't be in the frigging job.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like you go.
You know what I'm saying?
If I've got that type of power, then
yeah,
why am I not making my team win?
I'm taking over the world, thinking in the brain style. Never mind just talking ish on here. I'm taking over. Man, blame me for the result. You know, it's your fault. Yeah. Negative fans like you.
To be fair,
how about them just do their job?
It was though, because if you backed Ollie would have felt the love and would have won the league. But no, you were slandering him out online. He's been watching your YouTube videos, crying to the point where he can't sleep. And then when he wakes up the next day, he's too tired to train. And this is why Man United drew 11 games. So it is on you.
You can't always check. Unless he joins, you know, he might only be a subscriber to the channel. He's probably not joined it yet. So you know what I mean? Yeah. You can't always check the subscribers. You can check people that join. So maybe you put him off, man. Maybe he's not even a subscriber.
If he's not subscribed, you know what? Because he shouldn't be subscribed here. You know what he should be doing? Figuring out how to make us better, fam. That's what he needs to be doing in it. That's where your focus should be in it. Your focus should be Manchester United. But shut me up. You know how you shut me up? You know what I'm saying? Not all this Ollie in, Ollie out stuff. I'm wrong. Win something in it. How about you win something? Just go out on the pitch and win. Go win a Premier League. I'll shut up. Win a Champions League. I'll shut up and say, you know what? I was wrong. Go win. The reason why no one talks or says anything, Pep had a terrible season last season. The reason why Jan City and other City fans were on his case is because he has credit in the bank because of what he's done previously. Klopp has had a terrible season this season. Liverpool fans are not on his case because he's had credit in the bank. Yeah. Ollie has no credit. He has no credit. Tuchel, to an extent, already in a short space of time with Chelsea fans because of what he's done, has credit in the bank. So that's why after FA Cup final, you're not going to see Tuchel out. Even if they lose the Champions League final, Chelsea fans are going into it. Here we go. Check this one, people. I'm going to agree. Chelsea could finish 4th, lose the FA Cup final, lose the Champions League final. United could finish 2nd, win the Europa League, and they're more optimistic going into the next season than we are. Make that make sense. We've had a better season if what I just said happened, but they're going in with optimism, genuine optimism. I'm not in. I'm just saying hoping. I'm hoping.
To be fair, it's like I said at the start of the season, like my expectations, because someone asked me in the comments before, like, I feeling more confident? I think it was Dupe said, am I feeling more confident? Like, I honestly believe that a final is a final. I don't think you can sit here and be like, my team are going to win 100% and be honest. You know what I mean? Because you never know. That being said, the way Man City has played this season in big important games when we needed to win, you know, Man City have done well. So if they continue with that, then I would expect us to go and win it, or at least put in a good fight, whatever. In terms of my expectations for the season, I wanted Man City to win the Premier League and go further in Europe than we have done, because we kept getting knocked out of the quarters, and I was like, if we can just get to at least the semi-final, we've made some progress. So to get to a final, on paper, it looks like Man City should have been doing this. But based on where we were at the start of the season, you know, then my expectations for the season have actually been met. But I think with a Champions League final, getting there alone holds quite a lot of weight. And I know if Man City don't win it, we're going to get bantered, obviously, for not winning it yet and all this crap. But at the same time, like, a Champions League final is a big thing. At the start of the season, if you offered Man United fans a Champions League final, they'd bite your hand off, even if they don't win it, because they'd say, right, okay, if we get to a Champions League final, we're up there with the very best in Europe. So you would kind of take that. And that's why, like, somebody asked, would you rather win a Europa League or be a runner-up in a Champions League? And it's one of them, because on paper, you want the trophy. But if you actually look at it, the Europa League winner, are they going to go and then win the Champions League the next year? I'm not so sure. Whereas the loser of the Champions League final might well go on and win the Champions League the next year, you know. So I don't know. It's one of them, because I would have said with PSG last year, kind of expected PSG to get back to the final this year. You kind of expected it, and I think if it wasn't for Man City being as good as Man City have been in this Champions League campaign, they would have been back in the final. And I think they would have won it second time, if I'm being honest, if they'd have got there. So I think on paper, I'd rather have a trophy than not have a trophy. But if it's a choice between losing a Champions League final and winning a Europa League final, I think the Champions League final is probably better in the long run. That's what I'd say. You're on mute.
I'm tripping in that. Yo, big up to everyone who is locked in. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube right now, let me check how many likes we're on. We are on 56 likes. Get them likes up because we are going to close out the show very shortly. Make sure you like the video, share it across all the socials. Like it even if you're watching this back. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Sarcasm City TV. Make sure you're doing it. Everyone stick around as well because obviously what happened in the middle of the show, I got to address that again at the end properly. But so everyone stick around, but I'm going to let everyone, obviously we're all people.
Middle of the show.
Yeah, there was you missed it, Lewis, in it. I'll tell you off air and that in it. Like
I know.
So I gotta address it again. Yeah, it's calm, I'll tell you in it, can be. But we'll start with you. Yo, big guy, we'll start with you. Anything you want to add before we call out the show? And you lot stick around as well in it, because I ain't closing the show just yet.
I'm just gonna say I'm praying for that Mendy injury. You know, that's the only thing that flipping out.
Don't worry, we still have to check on the payroll. Get him.
Yeah, better check, man.
What?
Better check.
Hey, Lewis, you want Man City just spamming long shots in the final?
No, that's why I don't want Kepa starting.
That's the thing. Pray and hope for Mendy, innit?
Problem is they didn't. Czech didn't register for Champions League, only Premier League squad.
For fuck's sake.
Ya Allah.
I will put Kurt Zuma in. Like, he ain't good with his feet. He must be good with his hands.
You said Zuma's he's a vertical jump merchant, so you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, so at least he can reach them top corners.
Again,
yeah, there you go, innit? Top bins and that.
Like
against Lola, so we've been criticizing Zuma the whole season. He's not a back three player. He's a back four.
Put him in net then, innit? You know what I'm saying? Yo, Winner Surfer, anything you want to add before I let you go?
Nah, man. Big week, big build up. I'll get nervous as the days go on, and then like Fatur said, the Mendy one's the only thing that's troubling me. I mean, I'd take a one-armed Mendy over Kepa any day. So
one-armed.
Whether it's his ribs, many people know this. Just patch him up WWE style. You know what I mean? Just strap the wrap round him like that, and just strap it in.
You lot are just jinxing Man City, so
Kepa's gonna have an absolute masterclass in it. Let's go, man.
Like, remember Caballero in the
Caballero.
what was it? I think in the League Cup against Chelsea, and everyone was saying, "Oh, he's shit," and he saved like 4 penalties or something daft like that. Like
he did that against Liverpool. Do you remember against Liverpool when he's against Liverpool as well when he saved like penalties?
It might have even been against Liverpool. I can't remember. Like, he just had a masterclass. I was like, you know what? Big up Willie, innit? But yeah.
Don't clip that, anyone, please.
Oh yeah, someone's definitely clipping that, yo. Hey, someone clip that. Someone clip that, yo.
Oh man.
You've already said something wild like that as well in the past. What was it? You said something as well. I can't remember. Someone said it. You sent me something funny. It was something funny like that, like out of context type of thing, get it? And they were saying mad funny like that.
Yeah.
Someone, I can't remember what you said. I'm gonna have to try and find the clip and send it to you still. Yeah, it was hella funny.
Yeah, it was hella funny. Clip that Maguire shit thing.
Oh yeah. You know what? Tonight, I'll do it tonight, innit? Because I got time, so I'll do it tonight. Yeah, I'll do it tonight. Yo, Lewis, anything you want to add before I let you, man, go in there? For those that are listening on audio or not watching, Lewis is
tragic, you know.
Yeah, I'm a mute.
Mauricio Pochettino. Yeah. And also Champions of Europe 2021, we move up the Chelsea.
All right, yo. Big up to you, you everyone in the comments stick around, yo. Big up to you three anyway for jumping on, much appreciated. Yeah, my guys, man, you already know it. Big guy, Winner Surfer, catch up with you. Lewis, I'm gonna chat to you soon anyway. You already know, fam. Yeah.
Yeah, bless.
All right, big up to you, man. Yeah, big up to you, man. Big up to you, man. You know what I'm saying? And Yancy, stick around in it because it's up to you in it. Obviously, just jump in when you're ready in it because I need to address what went on. Because it was a Mazda. Obviously, I don't know what you've seen and whatnot. And I was going to do this at the end anyway, you know what I'm saying? So, man's head's kind of still hot in it. So, just click in. Yeah, if you click in, I'm saying if I say something and you want to click in, just click in it. You know what I'm saying? And all right, cool. So, yeah, as I was saying, people, as you see, there's certain people who might not have seen the middle of the show. And if I'm ranting, it is what it is, isn't it? Because yes, we run jokes and everything on Sarcasm City TV. We run banter. Me more than most in it. You lot know what the channel is like. But I'll start with the first thing that happened. So in the comments, someone said something about Yancy. New person, you know, you get dickheads on there. They said something sexual about Yancy. That is wrong in itself, innit? And that's why that person held a block. But then, mods, you lot need to be on job with that. You lot need to treat that, and I was saying this before, like you do the fake accounts. Instant, zero, block, you know what I'm saying, straight away, and that. Like, block that straight away. No sex. We say no personal shit, but let me just reiterate, it's definitely no personal shit. No sexual shit. That's not allowed to run in that. You know what I'm saying in that? Because if that same guy had said a personal shot at me, you lot would have blocked that, which is all well and good. So keep that safe. And if they would have said something personal about Yan City that was non-sexual, you lot would have blocked it. So don't let that happen. You know what I'm saying? And that's mods, all regulars, everyone, pattern that straight away. You go at that person if you're not a mod. If you're a mod, block that. Don't be, because I will remove mods if that is not checked, because that needs to be checked. And that. Yes, Yan City is very similar to me. I even know if she's seen it with the water off a duck's back approach to shit in it. You know what I'm saying? And that. It's going to be a long one, people getting in it, because I did it in the middle of the show. My head's still hot now because that type of shit can't run in it. You know what I'm saying? Because Yan City, my peoples, and that. Like I've said before, I'd known her before this. It's not like we just met. We've known each other years. And then, boom, the only person that backed it in the chat was someone else I'm close to, who's another female who's Mimi and that. And then you lot didn't even back her and that. Like, back her. I'm very close to her, you know what I'm saying? And that. Nothing but love for that girl. You lot see me and her go back and forth and run jokes. But then when she said, why is it a girl is the first person to back it? And you are laughing along when my man clap back. Because I miss shit. You don't know what I'm like. I'll miss comments. Because not only am I interacting with people on the show, keeping things going, I might miss a comment and that. So that's why I made you my mods, is to deal with this. To deal with that type of shit. So then when Mimi claps back, no one says anything until Tox arrives. And then Tox says, yo, that type of disrespect is not running, because he's not even seeing what's going on like that. But I'm talking specifically in this instance, sexual disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That can't run. You know what I'm saying? And then and I mentioned Mimi clapping back as well. And I see a man in the chat talking about her, talking about, oh, what was the comment? Something along the lines of, what was the comment now? Something along the lines of, oh, she's sleeping with such and such and that. And it's like, they know who they are. That can't run either. Don't be reiterating that anyone is sleeping with anyone. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's me. I don't care if it's another mod. I don't care if it's Lewis. I don't care if it's a guest. That shit can't run. The reason why I have females on this platform is because it's all about talent in it. It's not all male-based. And females in the comments, this is a safe space in there. You don't know what Twitter's like. You lot are in this footballing space. You've seen the abuse they get. You know what I'm saying? That shit cannot run at all. Sort that out in it. So don't be reiterating and talking about, oh, me sleeping with such and such. Like, no, that's it. No sexual shit. Zero tolerance on it. Like the personal shit, because even though it's personal, I have to specify what that is in it. I have to specify. And I've had to be educated on as well. Educated on that type of shit as well in it. That shit can't run. Yes, you might think it's all well and good and it's jokes and that. Like, it's definitely not in it. And I'm not running, like, I'm not having it whatsoever. Like, at all. That shit is not running in it. And I will block whoever. I will remove mods if needs be. Like, that can't run. Zero sexual shit is what I'm saying. None of it. The same way I say, and I keep reiterating this again, the same way I say no personal shit, sexual shit is in that category. And that. Because let that person have come in and said something personal about me, you man are blocking it. If they would have said something personal about Yan City, you man are blocking it. They would have said something personal about any host you see on it, anyone you see on the fam, anyone from the Sarcasm City TV family, you man are blocking it. So keep that energy with sexual shit. Say that would have affected Yan City and she didn't want to do the show no more. Then you lot will complain and be like, right, why is she not on the show no more? Or say Mimi decides and says, you know what, I don't like being in the chat no more. Then you lot gonna ask me why she's not on the chat. You lot gonna then look at me. You know what I'm saying? And I do my best to provide good shows for you lot. And it's not a male or female thing. I look at talent. This is why I try and provide it. This is why I'm here at 2 a.m. ranting along. And this is why I stop the show in the middle as well. Like, that shit is not running. You know what I'm saying? And that. Yo, you can banter. See that? Let me get to this and that. Yo, I'm not saying you can't joke. Where did I say you can't joke? Banter is cool. It's the sexual thing. What do I say all the time, Dupe? Me and you run joke. You call me runners up FC every day. Never nothing personal. Me and you've had many back and forths. I say keep it football all the time. Men and women can joke. Me and Yan City joke. When do you hear me say something sexual to her? When do you ever hear me say, or her say that to me and that? When do you see me say something sexual to her? That shit can't run is what I'm saying and that. Keep it non-sexual. Joke and banter, yes. Keep it football though. Just because she's a female, you're all right to sexualize it. Okay, so wait until it's, because there's, you know what's crazy? If it was a guy in here who was gay and he was sexualizing you man wouldn't like it. If there's a guy in the comments, which is crazy now, I thought of that analogy, in here sexualizing you man wouldn't like it and beyond to me, and I let it slide in it. Or if there was a guy on the panel who was gay and he was sexualizing you lot wouldn't like it. Or jokes and banter can run, cool with that. Jokes and banter can definitely run, no problem with that whatsoever. What do I always say? Keep it football is never personal. But I have to reiterate, because I've seen some things go on today, non-sexual. It's not allowed because it's a female. Because let a guy be in there doing it to saying, guys, you man wouldn't like it. And this isn't a shot at you, Dupe. I'm just saying. Like, that's what it is. And yes, Andrew Murphy says it here. No need for sexual or personal banter. That's taking it too far. And I can't believe I have to reiterate this. No personal banter is what I'm saying in that. Zero. When do you see me go personal? You see me and Yanti being on many shows bantering each other. I never go personal with her. Me and Lewis all the time. Lewis is the biggest wind-up merchant I think I've ever known in life. Him, he's tied in there with Tox. Never does it go personal. And these are people I know personally who I'm cool with. You see me and Mimi in the chat going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Dupe, it wasn't a shot at you. I'm just reiterating it because I know people would have come in halfway through and missed what was going on. All I'm saying is keep it clean in that, because I don't know why someone said something to Yan City, no one said anything. Mimi's the only person that said something. And then someone got onto her and no one got onto him, and I had to block my man. Then Tox has jumped in and gone, yo, no personal disrespect in that. And sexual banter is in that as well. That cannot run. Because like I keep reiterating, let it be a gay guy on the panel or in the chat sexualizing you man would be onto me if I let that slide. So why is that allowed? Yeah, I know you wasn't there, Dupe. It's cool you wasn't there, innit? And that wasn't aimed at you. So I have to reiterate this again. But I don't want to have to do this and stop whole shows again and that. Like shows, these are supposed to be fun and jokes, and we're here talking football, and we're here talking serious. But this had to be addressed. I still don't even know if Yancy knows what I'm talking about. But me and her will talk afterwards. Anyway, I can see her smiling behind the seat, so she probably doesn't even know exactly what happened. But that shit can't run, you get what I'm saying? And that. It was like I keep reiterating in it. Let a guy be in here sexualizing you lot, you ain't gonna like it. Or if it's a girl want to use lot don't like on your case, but it's okay for you lot to say it to a woman. Why is it okay for you lot to say it? And to people who I'm cool with in Yan City's instance, or someone I'm close to like a meme or something like that can't run. And I react the same way if it was a girl I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And the first comment with Yan City as well was an outsider, which was worse. This is what even someone you man know who you can check. It wasn't even a regular mod. It wasn't even a regular like a Dupe who said it. And it's like, yo, relax, chill. That's a bit too far. And you know what I'm saying? We're all here to talk football first and foremost. That's it, keep it football. Run jokes, run banter all day long. No problem. That's what it's here for. I encourage it. That's what makes this chat. When I had Scorps, my bro, on a couple of weeks ago, that's what he was saying about the chat. Yo, it's jokes. I was with both Scorps and Talks a couple of days ago. And then man was saying that, how joke the chat is and how you man, how you man stick to your narratives. And I have no issue with that. Run jokes on me. Certain man can run personal jokes on me. That's calm, but that's me specifically. You know what I'm saying in that? This is you get what I'm saying in that? That's what it is. Where we at? Harry says here, no, this era is white. Night Beam was big enough. Callum Wilson a week ago talking of beauty. And I have to say zero because of people like you, Flawless. Let me get to that. If you're talking about Callum Wilson on TV, that's cool. Callum Wilson on TV, that's cool. Same way you will sexualize a Kim Kardashian or Beyonce. That's cool. I'm saying in this chat, this shit don't run. That's what I'm saying. See, and she's even saying I've never spoken about Callum Wilson. And see, this is the type of guy I'm talking about. And never seen his name before. Well, yet he'll pop up to tell me I'm talking wrong in that. Men have to say zero. No, they don't have to say zero. Just don't sexualize women is what I'm talking about when you're talking to them on here. I'm talking specifically here. You're talking about outside of shit. You're talking about outside of shit. That's nothing to do with here. Don't come in here talking to me on my platform about what goes on here with that. Because you have no jurisdiction here. I even know you like that. You know what I'm saying? And that this channel doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And that. So don't ever tell me, oh, do this and that. Talk about whatever you want on TV. Well, sexualize. I've done it with people in the comments. And we're talking about a singer or something like that, or a celebrity or someone in the public eye. Yes, but you're not talking about people on the channel. And it doesn't matter if it's in the chat or it's someone on the or someone on the screen. That's not running. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, first time he's messaged all night, innit? Because people wait to complain for this type of shit. I don't even know who he is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why man has to hold a block. Well, you man already got to it and blocked it, so you mods are on job. But you see how someone already blocked him while I'm halfway through this? I don't even know who's done it. That's how you man need to react when some sexual shit happens. Exactly how you man need to react. Because look, you've seen him disrespect. That's my prime example. Let me pull up the comment. You might have seen this, whatever mod it was. Salute to you. I thought, yo, he's disrespecting Flawless on the channel. I'm not having that. That's how you treat a sexual thing. It's the same shit. See how he's gone personal? You know what I'm saying? He's got 0 because of people like you, Flawless. He doesn't know me. He don't know me from Adam. You know what I'm saying? And that. Don't know me personally. You might know me well. Like I said, if you might with the whole personal thing, if I know you, that's cool. You know me to an extent. Like I've said, MB calls me a wallet every day. And that's a joke of me and him. That's my whole point. I would never disrespect one of you, man. And if I did on accident, I'd apologize. I always keep it football. And if I ever go the line, I hold myself accountable. If I said something sexual, you lot hold me accountable. Young C definitely will hold me accountable. Mimi 1000% will hold me accountable. And see, man out here lying, and that's why I'm just going on this rant. Because it has to be, yeah, Malcolm says it here, yo, this channel does not tolerate facts. You know what I'm saying? And first time he's messaged all night. This is my point. Dupe said it here. This is a football channel with boxing, music, and other events. We all joke and have fun. We're family here. We should. That's it. Dupe literally calls me runners up FC every day I stream. And that's cool because it's football, man. That's not personal. Me and him run jokes. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Oh God, it's nothing to do with me and Mimi and that. You know what I'm saying? And that. You can leave though, Idris. You get me? Don't let the door hit you on the way out. That's cool. I have no qualms with that. Because I like how you pinpointed that out, but I started off talking about Yanti. You know what I'm saying? But I started off talking about Yanti and that. But you just picked up on me saying Mimi's name, so now it's an issue in that. That's what it is, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? And that. So enough of that's cool, innit? Wait until it's someone you know who's a female you're close to who's being sexualized, innit? Wait for that, innit? You know what I'm saying? It's calm. It's calm. Bless. You know what I'm saying? Serious. And she said it here. How is being sexualized being soft? Because man just say anything in it. Man just want to do everything, not hearing it. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, let it be known, people, in it. Let it be known in that. Let it be known. Emmanuel says, yeah, I can call you a wallet as a joke. You get me back by standing. So, yeah, that's my whole point now. When I'm talking about the whole personal thing, like that is but that's between me and you. I wouldn't just let anybody come in here and call me a wallet. You know what I'm saying? But I know me and you run joke, but that's between me and you. You get what I'm saying? That's my whole point in that. Emmanuel, the reason why you see me, this is the most serious, because it's like I've seen two people I'm cool with it happen to. It was Yan City and then Mimi. That's why I stopped it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it happen twice. I was pissed the first time. I'm like, you lot are taking liberties. And then the reaction to it annoyed me. I'm like, why is Tox wasn't there? How long would that have carried on if I didn't clock it? But sometimes I missed the comments for 15, 20 minutes and that. That's what that is. No sexual, like, yo, just keep it clean is all I'm saying. That's literally it. So when you get idiots like Idris talking about, oh, where is it? Let me get back to the comment, because I don't even normally pull up negatives and that. There it is. He said, yeah, oh God, you with Mimi. Yeah, nah, I'm out enough of this soft there. There's nothing soft about it. Because you feel secure in that. Like I said, wait until it's someone you like. And I've spoken about this on Twitter. Wait until it's someone you like. But it is what it is. Yeah, it's mad where we are. See, look, he's still running jokes. You know what I'm saying? Where we go. New viewer, Flawless Dupe was telling me about your channel. Big up to Langan Sweet. Sorry that you've come. If you're new here, this is not normally what it's like and that. You know what I'm saying? Big up Flawless. Malcolm says, I could even call Flawless a passion merchant with a Cruyff turn as joke. I wish I had a Cruyff turn and passion. That's not me. Here we go. This softness, though, it will lead to cancel culture. Flawless, ironically, it will get you real soon. I don't sexualize women, so I don't know what you're talking about in that. What are you talking about? Please elaborate on what you are talking about there, innit? Please, if you obviously you lot ain't blocked him yet, innit? Because what are you talking about? How's it softness? How is it softness? Explain to me, innit? Like, someone explain to me what he means by that. I'm lost. You know what I'm saying? I hope you lot ain't blocked him in that. Please let me know. Because this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Until it's your girl, innit? Let you be walking with your girl and a man pull up on your girl, innit? You be ready to fight, man, innit? Let me sexualize your girl, innit? And then you be ready to fight, man. Or your sister you're with, or your female cousin, or your mum or aunt, innit? That is different. That is not softness, innit? Let your mum or your aunt or your sister come to you and say, rah, a guy was, you get me, I felt uncomfortable. Even if it was online, then it's not softness. This is the ignorance type of shit that I'm talking about. Everything's okay until it happens to you and that. Until it affects you. I'm saying, I bet we've all had that with, like, I feel like I've been with my female family and man them get too close. That's not cool. That's not cool. I'm not having that. I'm saying, I know you lot probably already blocked him in that. Where we at? See, yo, Andrew is mad, isn't it? Damn, sticking up for women on the stream and now men are caught. Facts. What did I say that was wild? Just don't don't sexualize women on the chat. Whether it's in the chat or on here is what I'm saying in that. What did I say that was that mad? Yeah, you don't sound out of pocket. You don't sound out of pocket, Mohammed. Just rewind the video in it. I've been ranting for however long, I don't know in it. We have prep vids on all the ones looking to cancel folk, having also said so much. All the channels will run it real soon, few a month. Reiterate that again, don't blocking people. What do you mean by that? Looking to cancel folk for what? I'm just saying don't sexualize women in it. Whether they're on the screen with me, like a Yan City or Linda or whatever female guest we have on, or in the chat, is what I'm saying. That's it. See, Mario says this here. It's simple. If you don't have a good relationship with someone, there's certain things you can't say. If you don't know a female, don't go there. Don't sexualize it. Flawless knows Yan, so we can say shit. Yeah, I can say certain shit to her. Like, even just jokes. You know what I mean? There's certain personal shit she can say to me that's cool because I know her personally. Same with Ryan and others. You know what I'm saying? In the chat, I'm just saying keep it all football and non-banner. Sorry, go on. She about to say something. Go on.
Nah, I just had to jump in because, like, the franchise, big up to Mimi, by the way. But the franchise is saying, like, about cancelling people. Like, the end of the day, like, Flawless isn't saying something that he does normally, and he's saying no, don't do it. He's saying something that he doesn't personally agree with, which is sexualizing women. So you're not going to be able to cancel him because he's not going to do it. So it doesn't really make sense. But the thing is, I think Flawless's point is that comments like that lead to other comments, and it leads to other people feeling that they can say certain things. And then you always get someone that goes one step too far. Like I've said this before about the racism thing, and like Sterling, I don't go in too hard on Sterling because I feel like there's a lot of racist people out there that will look at any opportunity to kind of throw their racist
Sorry to cut you off. Sorry to cut you off on the racist thing. You man there wants to play good guy, cancelling all of us this errors on people like you. We can barely breathe. Yeah, don't sexualize women. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying in that? You breathe, do what you want, run jokes. Don't sexualize women is what I'm talking about. Simple as that. If I disagree, if you franchiser here disagree with certain Yan City says, keep it all football, and it's simple as that. Keep it all jokes, keep it all banner, that's fine. Keep it serious football, run agendas, whatever you want to do is calm. What I'm saying is the sexualizing shit won't run. When people start talking about sexually, like, nah. See, Andrew says it here. You wouldn't talk to some random woman like that in town, but because we're online, you think it's up. That's the issue right there. That's a major issue. Just because it's online doesn't mean it's okay, one, and two, doesn't mean that the woman is uncomfortable. I mean, it's not uncomfortable, sorry. How do we know Yan City don't feel a way about that? And you man are laughing and joking with man.
But do you know what it is? It's just like I say, it's not even, sometimes it's not even just the comment itself, it's what it can lead to. Because like Flawless mentioned earlier, there's other women, not me really, to be honest, I don't really get much myself, but there's a lot of women on YouTube where it's a daily thing where every day, like Kendall that you mentioned earlier, like she gets abused before 9 o'clock in the morning. Like she will sign in the morning and she's got abuse, she's got sexualized comments, she's got this, that, and the other. So if, for example, like Flawless was saying, if you see it and you let it slide, and then some other man thinks, okay, well, he said this, let me say something worse. Then someone else might say, oh, let's say something sick and twisted about her child. And that's that's what happens, and it just like has a knock-on effect. So that's the thing. He's not doing it to be soft. He's doing it because if you don't shut it down at the early stages, it can snowball into something much worse. So that's the thing.
Yeah. So. And sorry to this, he says, modern form of which someone is thrust out of social or professional circles for zero. Not this day we are on about in general. I'm out, but yeah, this channel will be out soon. If this channel's out soon, it's out soon, isn't it? We had a great run. If this channel's out soon, we had a great run. I think
he's saying they've got a channel which is going to out people for saying stuff and then doing stuff. But
this channel, I don't know if he's talking about this. Oh, his channel. I thought it was this channel. Okay, my bad.
People are doing things and they're getting caught out, and then the job, I don't know, people are being reported to their job or whatever and losing their jobs. But if you're saying something online that could get you fired, that's on you.
Yeah.
That's on you fully.
And he said, and you're saying him for zero. It wasn't zero. The reason why I'm commenting on this is because I seen comments happen. That's what I'm saying. I seen Yan City get a comment. I seen Mimi get a comment. And I seen people backing and not saying anything to the people who said it. Because it was an outsider who said the original comment. There was two outsiders actually who said the original comments and that. You know what I'm saying? And that there was two of them who said that shit. Yeah. And it was two outsiders, two separate, and too many people were silent on it, and too many people were backing it. And that's what it is. So that's why I've gone off on this. When else do I ever go off on rants like this? Someone said, oh, I've never seen it. Because that shit can't run. Because like Yan C said, that's where it stems from. And that. Like, all right, he said this, so I can one up him. And this is on everyone to shut out, including myself, to shut out. And
I think people like people say, like, I don't know who the franchise is, but people like that, it's always what affects you in it. Because like a lot of people, it's like they don't speak on racism. They just ignore it. They laugh it off. They don't care. But when it's something that's close to them, then it's like, oh, no. You can't do that anymore. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think if you're going to cancel people, then fair enough in it. But
there's just about to this
on here that we wouldn't say. I'm 100% the same outside of the stream. Like,
there ain't shit I ain't said. There ain't a joke that I ain't ranted on here that I haven't ranted Yanti's face.
Yeah,
we run this abuse to each other, like running jokes and banter to each other all the time. And that same with Ryan. Assume yes, it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And that. And he says here, thrust out of social or professional circles for zero. Nobody here gets blocked for nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody here gets thrust out for nothing. You did something. I've had people say to me, right, and this before this, right, I got blocked from your channel. And I always say the same thing to them. What did you do? And they never get back to me. Because clearly my mods, I know what my mods are like. They're not going to block you for no reason. I'm not going to block you for no reason. Clearly you said something that was not right. And sexualizing, and like I said, I have to reiterate this. I say no personal attacks on this channel. And that's whether in the comments or to any of us on here. You're going to hold a block. And the reason why I'm specifying sexual comments is because that's what happened tonight. And it's like, all right, let's draw a line in the sand in it. And let me just address this fully and go off on one to reiterate to all of you lot what needs to be done. So that's mods and everyone else in the comments, all the regulars, check that shit. Block it like it's a fake account. Don't let someone say something to Yancy and be laughing up with them. Don't be doing that. Adding on top of that, it was an outsider with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Manuel, you got timed out. That's Yan City being petty, innit? That's what I'm saying in that. But back to the franchise, yeah, it's never for zero. I will never, and I don't have the power to cancel anybody. I never have the power, but yo, let it be known in it. If you feel like what I'm saying right now is soft and all that, whatever in it. Because you ain't gonna do that to people who are close to me like that. And I'd be saying the same shit if someone said something, well, Lewis don't mind, but someone said something personal to a Harris who I do shows with, Bandem United. I be talking to some people that don't get personal with him. Don't do that. Same way I blocked out racist comments when I've come for me, whether it's Yan City, Ryan, you know what I'm saying? I've seen people mention him. And that's a straight block in that. I'm not talking about like zero tolerance on it. We treat them like fake. We treat them worse than a fake account. Worse than a fake account. And yeah, like I said, this wasn't supposed to be, but it is what it is. Like, it wasn't supposed to be.
Emmanuel, you can ask me the question, by the way.
Yeah. As long as, just don't be wild. Daniel here says, this is a brilliant channel, gives everyone a platform to talk about sport. We love football. Keep up. Yes. I'm not fussed about male or female. Are you good at what you do? Are you talented? That's why Yancy is on here, because she's very good at what she does. Forget the fact she's a female, 100%. Guys, Flawless is just ask you to be decent and respectful. Banner is all good, but they know the limits. But Flawless, no more princess talk.
You paid £5 to tell you to not call him princess.
Oh, you're a dickhead for that. Inside joke people before the show. But yeah, nobody should be disrespectful. All jokes aside, what he's saying there is just be decent and respectful. That's all I'm asking you for, innit? Because if it was in person, you lot wouldn't like it. If you was with your girl and someone did that, you would not like it. Let that be me doing that to you. You ain't gonna like that.
But it's just, you know what? It's weird with football fans, though, in general. Like, a lot of the people, not like the general watchers, but like the trolls on these socials. Because if you're watching Micah Richards and Jamie Redknapp on the TV, nothing about how they look ever comes into play. But when it's Alex Scott, or it's like a Kendall, or it's, you know, it's a girl, it's always like, oh, she's fit or she's ugly. Like, it's just, there's just always that comes into it. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, at the end of the day, like, we're not here. Like, I don't care if you find me attractive or not. I honestly couldn't care less. Like, we're here to talk about football, innit? So it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, but yeah, like I was saying on here, yeah, Emmanuel, yeah, that's a whole other topic, and that's a Yancy. You talking next things than that, Emmanuel. That's feminist, crazy.
No, that's a whole. I'm a feminist.
That's a whole other conversation. So we ain't even going there. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, that's a whole other topic. Like Emmanuel talking. All right, big up to you, Emmanuel. I see you in the comments all the time. But yeah, that's literally it. What Winning Surf is saying: decent and respectful. That's all I ask of you, man. In it. That's literally it. Keep it decent. Keep it non-personal. Football have serious topic. Run banter, run agenda all the time. Lewis is still behind the stage now. He's the king of that shit. Always running agendas. Never once, all the times me and him going back and forth, and we do multiple shows, does it get personal. Never ever in that. 307 says, only thing I'm not keen on these days is the cancel culture leaves no room for convo or learning. 100 characters or 18, no meetups, just immediate black and whiteness. Here's the thing though, this is the education thing now. And we're not cancelling nobody. If you're blocked from here, how you cancelled, you just can't come over here, and that's your fault. I know you free now. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm saying if you say something sexual, then it is what it is. Yeah. I know if I go into a channel and I say something sexual and I get blocked, that's my fault. You hear me? Say I didn't know Yancy and I jumped on a stream she's on and I start talking mad sexual shit about her. If I get blocked, that's cool. That's on me. I should get blocked.
The thing is, as well, is it's not like people, even the people that have been cancelled to an effect, like, they're not being cancelled for no reason. Like, if you're on a stream and you're being racist, like, you're not, that's not no reason. That's not, so you can't really say, I worry for the future children, because, to be honest, there's been things that have been getting away, people have been getting away with for years. Like, you know, certain things with men and, oh, it's just boys. Like, a lot of this sexual assault conversation that's come out, and people will say, a lot of men get away with doing stuff because it's just what lads do, innit? Like that sort of thing. And it's kind of like these things in society have kind of been just dismissed. You know, like if you go past, like if you're a woman and a white van drives past, it's like almost expected that they're going to start whistling or saying something. Do you know what I mean? Like, or a building site and stuff. And this has kind of become the norm, you know. And it's like women at night, like walking around at night on your own, like it's almost normal to feel like you might get attacked. And that shouldn't be the case. Just because it's become the norm doesn't mean it's right.
Yes.
So just because people do things or say things doesn't mean it's right. Like people have been racist since the beginning of time. It doesn't mean that it's okay.
Yes.
To be racist just because it's happened. So I think people aren't being cancelled for no reason. Like, I get cancel culture. I get there's people that don't understand certain things. But usually what happens is if a situation happens, it's the way that you react to it. Because if we did something on here, if we did a stream and a few people messaged me after and said, Yannicka, you shouldn't have said that, you know, I would come out and I'd be like, I am so sorry. I didn't realise. I'd apologise. I would do what I need to do, educate myself, whatever I need to do, and then go again. But a lot of these people, they will double down on it. So rather than saying, okay, I didn't realize that was offensive. I didn't know, didn't understand, blah, blah, blah. They double down on it, which is the problem. Do you know what I mean? Because
here's the thing.
got no argument there. Because you're not going to learn you're trying to say I'm right and that's the way it is. And I think that's the problem. That's why people get cancelled. If you come out and apologize, most people, the cancellation will kind of be removed, if you know what I mean, unless you've done something unforgivable.
Yeah. And here's the thing as well, people, we talking cancel culture. We're not even talking that big. I'm talking specifically here right now. We're talking, that's why I'm talking on a live to you. I'm talking on this platform right now. And that should be for every other platform as well. But I can't speak for every single other platform. I don't follow football platforms to know how many regular females they have on there and things of that nature, but that shit can't run over here. It's not a cancel culture thing saying something sexual to a Yan City while she's on the stream and people backing it and people condoning it and people not backing it, or Mimi saying something in the comments. You know what I'm saying in that? And she's the only person saying it, and then someone says something about her and you lot not backing it. You lot not shutting that down. Because if that person said something personal to me in the comments, you lot are shutting that down. So why is it okay? Because if someone said something personal to Yan City that wasn't sexual, you lot are shutting it down. So why is the sexual shit allowed to fly? Because she's a girl. Like, no, it's not a cancel culture thing in that. You're not going to get blocked for no reason. But you ain't going to say shit, you know what I'm saying, over here, and it's not going to run. So it's not even a cancel culture thing like that. I ain't canceling nobody.
Yeah.
If I block you from my platform, then you deserve to get blocked.
The thing is, I get what you're saying in terms of society at large, but all it really means is that people are not going to get away with things that they were getting away with before, basically. So essentially, yes, it might seem like cancel culture, but if I can go out there and know that, you know, when I have a daughter, I want to know that when she goes out at night, she's going to be safe. And if it takes a load of people cancelling guys for behavior, because let's be honest, we've had this discussion on another show, but generally most people are scared of men at night, and that's men and women. It's not just, you know.
Big up to my guy Lewis who's dipping as well. Let me add him actually back. Sorry. Yo, Lewis, love, yeah? Sorry, I know you
big up you guys. Fuck the haters and all of that. Big up all you, man.
Yo, love every time.
Well, take care, guys. We'll chat soon.
Yeah,
Bless.
Man, love
yeah.
Big up Lewis every time, and that's it. You racist or sexualized women on the channel, you getting blocked. Is that it? That's not if that's what's classed as canceling, call me canceling them. There's no racism or sexism or like form of discrimination in any shape or form is running on any platform that I can do something about it. I can't speak for everyone else. Like I said, nothing was said to me today, but I'm pissed. You know what I'm saying? I'm pissed. My head's still hot. You know what I'm saying? Nothing was said to me today personally. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't going to say that about people around me. You're not going to say that about Yan City, and that's going to slide. You ain't going to say that about Mimi, someone who I'm very close to, and let that slide. I don't care what personal jokes you hear me and Yan City busting it. That's with me and her in it. That don't make it okay for one who used to do that. I don't care. Even if you hear me and Mimi go back and forth, busting jokes, sexual shit, with sexual innuendos with the whole doggy style FC and that. I know her personally. That's between me and her. The rest of that shit's not running. And I would double down on this if this was Ryan on this here with me now and someone was racist to him. Or if someone sexualized him. If roles reversed and someone sexualized him. Whether it was a girl or a guy sexualizing him. You already used the gay analogy. Let a gay guy be in the comments sexualizing you lot wouldn't like it. You lot be telling him I'm blocking. You don't want to like it. You know what I'm saying? Or if it was a girl you didn't like doing that to you and on your case. Talking about, oh, you don't like me, he's fucking with such and such and stuff like that. That can't run. Can't be in the comments talking about girls fucking another guy. Can't be in the comments doing them type of things. Or Yan City's with this, like, nah, that's got to stop. And that's not what we're running. We're not running any more sexual jokes in there. Not happening whatsoever. Yeah, you might run jokes on me, cool, Midnight Earl and all that. Like, I'm calm with that. Because that's just funny. But I'll run that specifically on me. Don't mention no females. Keep it straight. Football. I've said the same thing over and over again, so everybody gets the message in it. Keep this clean. You know what I'm saying? Just football, just banter. No sexism shit. Zero. You know what I'm saying? And that. Zero sexual shit. Nothing you wouldn't say to anyone. If you see Yan City on the stream and you're like, oh, she looks pretty. Cool, say it. That's not what I'm talking about, so don't take it that far. You see Ryan Bigger all the time, but then again, they're cool like that. I'm saying don't go overboard. You know what I'm saying? Don't be telling her, yeah, you need to get in my bed, like, nah, and shit of that nature. You know what I'm saying? That's when it gets too far is what I'm talking about. Like, you like to pattern up, you know what I'm saying? And that's myself included as well.
Even like, that's what I'm saying. Like, even like comments like that, like you will always get someone that will take it further, and that's the problem more than anything. Even the comment itself might not be that bad, but then it's like people will take it further. You know what I mean? Like, I see it a lot. Not really with me, to be fair, but I see it a lot with like Alex Scott, for example. You know, every time she's somewhere, it's she's fit, but you know, like there's always like sort of sexual undertone to it. It's always like, oh yeah, she's quite fit. I like watching her, which is fine. But then you get other comments that take it.
Yeah, take it too far. Because can you say she's good looking? Yes, because she is good looking. Is she an excellent pundit though? Also, yes.
Yeah.
Two things can be true. Is she good looking? Yes, she's a good looking woman.
Yeah.
And that's
okay to
you go too far in it.
And go further. You know what I mean?
Yes, she's a good looking woman. 100%. She's a good looking woman. No problem with that whatsoever saying that. But she's also a very good pundit. She's one of my favorite pundits. She's one of the better pundits. 100%. There's nothing wrong with saying a female, but it's when it goes over the top with the sexual. You know what I'm saying? Saying a woman's good looking or pretty, cool. When you start going further than that, that's when it is. And that might come to game or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? She's a brilliant pundit. She is. I think she is. But it's okay to say she's and okay to say she's good looking, which she is. But you don't have to go over the top.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't wait to get her into bed or some shit like that. That's the too far comment. Or saying just sexually explicit that doesn't need to be like just over the top. Like, you don't relax. That's what I'm saying. Frino says, my sister got fired and rehired based on cancelling and buzzwords and photocopying one another. She proved their innocence over time. I don't know that case, but I'm glad your sister got a job back, but that's not what we're talking about here. I'm talking specifically about this platform. I'm not looking to rule the world.
No, I think he's trying to say, he's making a point about cancel culture. And I get that. I do get that. A lot of people, it's kind of like they're guilty until proven innocent. Do you know what I mean? That is the way it is in this thing. But it's kind of like, I do get that. Like, even in football, you get that. Like, if Man City's owners do anything, they're guilty. No one checks to see whether it's true. It's like, oh yeah, they're guilty. They've done that. Do you know what I mean? Like, even that's just Man City. Like, same with some of our players, like Sterling. If there was a story out tomorrow saying Sterling had done something inappropriate or whatever, people are believing that before they know whether it's true. Them sorts of things happen. But it's one of them things where it's like, I don't know. I think at the same time, as much as we shouldn't be cancelling people straight away, I think at the same time, it's a bit of a good thing that people are kind of challenging things that maybe they wouldn't have challenged before. Because we've seen a lot of this stuff that's just gone on and on and on for years. Like, all the females I know in this industry have had comments about being in the kitchen and all that kind of shit that you think in 2021 would kind of be, you know, a thing of the past, but it's still happening. Do you know what I mean? Racism, we're still having problems with it week in, week out. You know, these sorts of things that you would think in this day and age we're not going to see, we're still seeing. So I just think people just need to, as much as, maybe not cancel everyone, there's a reason why, you know, a lot of people jump on certain things. Like I say with Caroline Flack and cases similar to that, they are seen as guilty before proven innocent. Like, literally, they are seen like that. But that is the way society is as a whole. So I agree with you in terms of sometimes some people can be too extreme in their reactions. I do get that. But at the same time, I've seen a video where there's like two white people in America and they're like doing all this racist shit in the sink, you know, and they got cancelled for that. And me personally, why not? Because you can't be getting into a top college and, you know, going on to live a normal life when you're doing stuff like that. Like, what kind of human does that? So I don't know. Some things I suppose would be justified, but it depends. Two extremes though, Jan, like, it could help, but will also lead to great suffering, will become something from a novel soon, both ends. I don't know, Annette. I don't know. I just think people are not getting away with maybe what they would back then. But we're a social media generation right now. There's a whole generation of kids that are growing up with social media. So I don't know. I think with social media, people do what they think they can get away with. We've seen that. You know, footballers, every time they lose a game, they've got people in the comments with monkeys and all this racist crap. And most of the time they get away with it. So they continue to do it. And we see it match after match, week after week. And, you know, until they stop getting away with it, it's going to continue. So, I don't know. Certain things you should get cancelled for. I think sexual assault, you know, them sorts of things, you should get cancelled. Definitely. If you've done that and there's evidence, I agree with you in terms of don't cancel people straight away if there's no evidence. But if there's evidence to back that up and you're found guilty in any way, shape or form, then you should be cancelled for that. Racism is another thing. You can't be racist, you know, and then come back from that. Like, it shouldn't be the case, you know. So, I don't know. We'll obviously have to see what happens. Dupe asks, oh, sorry. I like you are glad of the benefits. I like your example was good. Just thinking down the line to see 30 years from now, humans not speaking. No, I think they will. I think it's just people are a little bit, I don't know. Like, I've noticed in the UK, for example, before Brexit, obviously there's a lot of racist people in this country. I'm just talking about racism because that's what I have first-hand experience with. But, like, in general, a lot of people, we knew they were racist, do you know what I mean? A lot of people. But it kind of was covert in the fact that you didn't see it everywhere. You kind of seen it within society and, you know, that sort of thing. Like, maybe you don't get a job and stuff and there's a bit of, did I not get that because of my colour or whatever? Them sorts of things, you got that. But in terms of blatant, overt racism, it wasn't that obvious, you know what I mean? Like, there's literally black people that I know that haven't really ever had that sort of overt racism, which is mad. Like, to be fair, they live in London, but, you know, it's one of them things. But since Brexit's happened, a lot of people feel more vocal about saying certain things. So, like, when there was the Black Lives Matter, a lot of people came out and were like, all lives matter, or, like, you know, completely trying to downplay the whole fight for Black lives, do you know what I mean? And just kind of sort of underpinning it and stuff like that. And I think, I don't know, maybe they wouldn't have been as brave. I know a lot of Islamophobic abuse went up after Brexit because people were saying, go back now, you know, we voted Brexit and things like that. So I get what you're saying in terms of it could go to a point where people are just trying not to say anything because they don't want to offend people. But at the same time, I just think the fact that people are brazen enough to go up to someone in a hijab and be like, fuck off home, you don't belong here, when for all they know, this person was born and bred in the country and has never left. I just think you can't be getting away with stuff like that. You can't. And if it's going to take cancel culture to stop that sort of stuff, then I'm all for it. Do you know what I mean? But we'll have to see. I've noticed it's gone worse since Brexit. Daniel says Brexit's made it worse. It definitely has got worse since then because, you know, I'm used to having racism. Like, I grew up in a little white middle-class village. Like, I'm used to that shit. But I've never seen it as much as I have since the sort of Brexit thing. So, I don't know. Sometimes it's necessary, innit? But I do agree with you to an extent. I think sometimes people are a little bit quick to judge, especially celebrities. You know, if there's a celebrity that someone doesn't like and they hear a bad story, they latch onto it. That's just kind of the way it is. But I think that's the same in normal life. If there's someone that you know in real life and you don't like them and your friend tells you a story about them, you're going to be more inclined to believe it. That's just the way humans are. Unfortunately or fortunately, whichever way you want to say it. Dupe, Jan, do you ever feel some type of way as a woman talking about football? You know what? Like, I don't know. Like, it's weird for me because, like, my dad is football mad. My family are kind of, like, into football. Like, I don't know. I don't really see it like that. Like, I've not really... I don't know how to describe that. Like, I've been going to football since I was like early teens. So I just kind of, it's just been the thing. Like, I have a lot of male friends. We always talk about football. I even talk to my female friends about football. My best friend, she's a United fan. She's not really that into football. My other best friend, she's not really into football. But then my other friend, her granddad played for Man United, so she's diehard Man United. So yeah, we talk about football, but not really too much, to be fair. But yeah, I don't think it really makes a difference. I think you either know football or you don't, and it's one of them things. Like, from a match day point of view, like, I've never had any problems with Man City, to be honest. Like, I go home with my dad usually. I go away on my own, and I don't have any hassle from men. I don't have, if anything, they'll sort of go, oh, like, celebrate with us, and you know, everyone kind of hugs when there's a goal in a final or something like that. And, you know, you just get brought in board. You just get treated like one of the guys at Man City. Obviously, I can't speak for other clubs. I don't go to other teams. But yeah, Man City's like a big family. So for us, I just think it might be a little bit different. But I have heard at other clubs and stuff, it might not be the same. So yeah, I don't know. I can only speak for Man City, but Man City are a very welcoming club in that respect. Like, I've never had anything about like my colour. My dad was racially abused once, actually, on the way to a Chelsea game at Wembley. But apart from that, not really experienced anything. So I'd say it's mainly good. But obviously, there's dickheads in every fan base. That's just facts. So yeah, Malcolm says, hey Jan, who do you think will win the Euros? I don't know. I want Turkey to win it. If England don't, obviously. But I think Portugal have a good chance. They've got a very good squad. They have a lot of depth. People talk about Man City in the Prem. Have you seen Portugal's squad? It's unreal. So yeah, Portugal should have a good chance. I've been waiting for Belgium to win it, to be honest. So it would be quite nice for Belgium to win it before Company retires. I don't think he's retired yet from Belgium. So yeah, be nice for De Bruyne to win it as well. So maybe Belgium, but I can't see them winning it. I think it'll be Portugal. Maybe France again, but I don't know. I actually don't know. Be nice, like, for Turkey to win it, to be fair. Like, Yilmaz is on fire, innit? So be nice for them to win it. Grealish is bringing the Euros home. Yeah, that's if he can get in the squad, because you know Southgate don't like him. I don't think Southgate's going to play him, unfortunately. Big up Daniel, who says, you're brilliant, Jan, and will always be my favourite Man City fan. I appreciate that. Love that. Would you say All Lives Matter is a racist movement? The reason I ask this because I see people debating this all the time. The issue with All Lives Matter is when Black people say Black Lives Matter, they are basically saying we as Black people want to be treated the same as everyone else. So if you see it in like a pedestal, like, do you know what I mean? So say there's like, they're not saying, okay, white people are here, Asian people are here, we're going to put Black people up here. That's not what they're saying. They're basically saying that as it stands, it's kind of like that. And they just want to bring Black people up to where everyone else is. And that's basically what they're saying. So to go and say all lives matter is completely dismissing the argument, as if to say, no, we matter as much as you. And the thing is, if you're being sort of, say you're being ignored completely, and then someone says, okay, well, we all matter the same. Like, that's not relevant to the person that's being ignored, because that person that's being ignored wants to be heard in it. So if you're already being heard, and then someone's saying, well, we all matter the same. Well, clearly we don't, because that person's being ignored in that, you know, in that period of time. So it's not racist as such, but racist people tend to be the ones that are pushing this all lives matter. Black Lives Matter is basically saying we want all lives to matter. That's basically what it's saying. It's saying we as Black people want to be treated like everyone else. They don't want any special treatment. They don't want to be treated any better. So, you know, it's one of them, innit? I've got white family members, well, our white family member, I should say, who was basically pushing this All Lives Matter. And to be fair, like, I'm not too fussed because I see her once a year and now it will just be 0 times instead. But it's just one of them things. I think you've just got to see it as it is. It's not racist on paper because you're trying to say all lives matter, but that's the same argument that black people are trying to push with Black Lives Matter. And yeah, it's just to sort of, if someone came on here and was saying I'm Palestinian or something, and you know I'm stuck in this whole genocide that's going on or whatever, and I wouldn't turn around and say, yeah, well, you know, we've got kids in the UK that are starving. It's irrelevant. They're talking about their struggle. It's irrelevant for me to start saying, well, this is a situation with us. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, at the end of the day, if somebody's trying to be heard, you should listen to them, innit? And try not to always make yourself be the one in the limelight, innit? Because it's just not necessary. So, I don't know. Big up Dupe. Yeah, big up Big Steve. I've not seen Big Steve for a while. But yeah, he's cool. Yeah, there's lots of female Chelsea fans. There's a lot on YouTube. There's a lot of Chelsea fans on YouTube, actually. That's why you can't win this final, man, because it's just going to be long. Lengen Sweet, big up to Lengen Sweet. He says, I hope England don't win the Euros. We'll see. France, a lot of people saying France, Portugal. Yeah, Portugal is quite a lot of City players in there, so it's better for our team if they win. Jan, you love Turkey so much. Tell us why, please. I spend a lot of time in Turkey. I like it.
Look at you, innit? This proper turn into the Jan City show, innit? I spend a lot of time in Turkey.
Ask for you to come back. No, I'm joking.
Are you good? Well, are you good here? If not, I can just dip.
No, it's cool. Yeah, do you know what? I would love Germany to win the Euros.
Can't see the damn element. Look at you. You're good in it.
Yeah, I'm good. You got Jan and quality show as always.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. You know what? I wouldn't be against a man like Zinedine Gundogan winning, you know, the Euros after winning the Premier League and hopefully the Champions League. I wouldn't be against that.
Yeah, I get to the last few and then we'll
sure. Ancestors are German, Lengen Sweet, hope they win. But we have Werner up front. You know, he might be all right for Germany. He might be all right.
That's the biggest compliment there from Zayn at the bottom.
1 minute, I'm trying to get to the comments, innit?
Yeah, I know you struggle with the comments.
You know what? Like, you say this, honest City fan, but Rodri's actually decent for them. So, it is what it is. And he's the Premier League, innit? So, stop hating on Rodri. It is what it is. What if he scores the winner in the final of the Champions League?
You know what? That's what's going to happen, you know. He's going to score a banger, like, not even the Champions League, or in the Euros. That always happens. We called him Kevin the Cross Merchant, and then man scored from an overhit cross. You can't make that shit up in that. You can't make that up. That's the footballing goods in that. That's the footballing goods.
To this. Do you know what? Like, I wouldn't claim to know the most about this, but it's just one of them things. And you know, Jeremy Corbyn, you know, was very vocal in his opinion, and he just got called an anti-Semitist, which is different. You can support one cause without being against a whole religion. Do you know what I mean? You can support a cause. If there's a cause, I don't know, and it's Christian people are attacking a certain group of people, just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I have to back that group of Christians. If you think about it, the KKK were Christians.
Mad.
That says it all. Do you know what I mean?
Mad.
There's a lot of black people that are Christians. They weren't supporting that cause. So
that's all I say.
That's all I say.
This is a great comment.
You know what? Holly actually has the same birthday as me.
Right, these lot call me Phil Schofield, you know. Yeah, big up Ravi. But Yanti, anything you want to add before we cross out? I know this show people took. We had to address some serious shit.
I was just discussing like certain things because they were talking about I was talking about Black Lives Matter and people saying, well, all lives matter, is it racist? So I was just saying just defeating the point of the argument, isn't it? Like it's one of
it is. But back to the original, where this was. Yeah, definitely. Jan's got a beautiful smile. Back to the original. Great stuff. That's what's gonna happen, innit? Back to the original point of what we was talking about, yo. You lot again.
I won't be saying it's trash.
Keep it. What's it called? Yo, football serious talk banters all well and good. Don't be out here sexualizing women on the channel. Not happening. Doesn't matter if it's Yan City or another female on the panel or somebody in the chat. That is not running in that. And you lot need to, you lot, especially mods and everyone else, check that when you see that type of shit. Check it, because I might miss it. Yan City might miss it. Check that. That's not running in that. Simple as that. Yeah, I think that's everything anyway. Anything you want to add, Yan City?
Nah, just stop hating on Rodri, innit? If he has the thing, I wouldn't. Nah, it just annoys me, innit? Like, I'm not even Rodri's biggest fan, but I have to.
You are definitely a Rodri fanboy in that.
Yeah.
Like, see, yeah, Dupe says it here. This is my point in that. This is what we should be talking about. Is just own football and that, not all the other nonsense and that. But this has been, yeah, a different Q&A. That's what I'm saying. It membership special. We're back.
Devante is trying it now. About Chelsea have no chance. Everyone has a chance in a final, innit? Leicester had no chance against you.
Chelsea.
You told me, Devante, yeah, you specifically, and a bunch of the people in here were telling me how it was 2012 all over again, and Chelsea were winning the FA Cup and the Champions League, right? Now all of a sudden it's Chelsea have no chance, innit? You have a chance. If Man City turn up though, and play how we have been playing, that chance is limited, isn't it? So we'll have to see what happens, innit? But
yes.
You just got to hope Man City don't turn up.
Love to you lot in the comments. Pattern up, man. I'm gonna say this. Everybody got to be on job, including myself. And big up to everyone. Yeah, Lengen Sweet. No, I'm not a big fan. I just don't think Rodri's that good. He's not bad, but he's not like.
But the thing is, like I always say about Rodri is a typical. Does what it says on the tin. He's not one of them footballers that you're going to be out of your seat watching. You know what I mean? But he does his job. He works well in our system.
He works well in your system, but that's okay.
What I would say is in that 21 game period where we were unbeaten, he was very, very good in that. So people talk about Gundogan because Gundogan was the star boy in that sort of 21, games unbeaten. But Rodri, game after game was consistent in them games. So, yeah, I'm not biased. And I don't bother with either. The thing is with him is I say that I say with Man City, all of these players have played a part in getting Man City to where they are. So I'm not here to slander players. I'm not going to slander a team that have won 3 out of 4 Premier League trophies. Like, I'm not doing it. They're not. Yeah, there might be the odd player that has a poor season. Like we've already discussed before, Sterling has had a poor season by his standards. But I'm not going to slander him because 2 of them trophies that we've won, he's played a key part in that. So I'm not going to slander him just because he has a poor season where Man City could potentially have the best season on paper that we've ever had. Who's going to remember that? If Man City win the Champions League next week, right? If they do that, who's going to remember in 5 years' time that Sterling had a poor season? No one cares. If he scores in the final, he's going to go down like that's going to go down like an Aguero.
Yo, so, Ryan Giggs scored 3 league goals in United's 99 season.
Yeah.
I don't care. Because he scored that against Arsenal.
Exactly.
Vieira.
That's the thing, though. This is what I'm saying. It's Sterling the best season ever.
Arsenal won for goal. Vieira. Whoa. Vieira.
Yeah, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Like, we'll have to see what happens. But if he does something like that, people are going to forget about this. That's just the simple thing. Like, I would love
people will forget about it, but you know what they won't forget about? Vieira. Whoa.
Okay, thanks for that. Yeah. I don't know. It's just one of them. I'm not here to slander Man City players, innit? I'm not here to slander us. Like, they've all played a part in where we are now, innit? Yeah. It's no problem, Zane.
Because he's an Arsenal fan. You don't want to remember that. That's a great crossfield pass from Vieira. Captain fantastic.
Don't be dissing Man City legend Vieira.
That was a great pass. That was a world class to 6. A world class to 6.
I'm joking, by the way, guys. Before you come at me, like today said, like, oh, Man City legend Lampard is the Hall of Fame, right? And all these Chelsea fans were so triggered, and it was like, it's clearly a joke to trigger Chelsea fans, and they all fell for it. They were all in the comments like, "You've got no legends. You have to cling on to ours." It's like, oh, get a grip, love. Like Lampard is not even like in 10 years' time. No one's gonna remember that Lampard played for Man City. Really, like it's one of them players, isn't it? They come at the end of their career, and it's funny, but it's banter, innit? It's banter. It's one of them.
So but yo, love to everyone who's locked in. Again, yo, it's a safe space over here for everyone in it. So you lot gotta pattern everything, our jokes aside in the comments and that. And that's why I keep going and banging on about it. So like just deal with that type of shit. No personal shit. No sexual shit. Get to something, go on.
Sorry to cut you, right? But Andrew says Sterling out here missing open goals against Leon, right? That just tells me he didn't watch the game. He was one of our best players in that game. He actually played well in that game. But he missed the sitter, and that's what you remember. And this is why I'm saying, if the Champions League final happens, right, and say it is 1-0, Daniel, say you're right, and that happens to go to Man City, and Sterling scores that one goal, no one is going to remember anything else. He could miss 10 sitters in that game. The same way if it's Werner, no one's going to care that Werner was not playing.
No, it's mad as well, because you say that, innit? Because even in the 99 semi-final, Vieira actually played well. But all we remember him for is that pass. You know what I'm saying? In that, this is a great assist.
That's the thing.
Right into Giggs' path. Right into whoa. But yeah,
and the amount of banter that Werner's been catching, it would be typical for him to be that one. If Chelsea do win, it will probably be Werner, because this is what happens when people are on their case. And I hope if it's Man City that it's Gabby. I just hope it is.
Because, we can't slander him if he does, but he's going to be holding bench anyway. He's going to be doing
he won't be on the pitch, but it would just be funny.
Yo, I'm saying, I'm not even bantering. You tell me that pass from Vieira to Giggs wasn't quality in 99. It's a quality pass, crossfield and that. Perfect. Like, right into his path. Man didn't even have to break stride. You know what I'm saying? Man was on the move already. Get me? Man like that Captain Fantastic. My guy, innit? Man like Patrick. What?
Oh my God.
What? What? Yo,
it's like when we were doing that Hall of Fame the other day, everyone was going mad because they put Gerrard in. And I was like, everyone was going, how can you put him in? He's not won a Premier League. And I was like, he's won a Premier League just for Man City. Thanks, isn't it?
GTA.
He just didn't win it.
Gerrard.
He slipped down.
Oh, you're off for that, innit? You're for that song, though, innit? Because it benefits you. Look at you prick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You back that.
I actually miss football, and the fact that I'm never going to be able to sing an Aguero song is killing my heart right now. So I'm just
back that. And see, Malcolm gets it. Man, like Uncle Patrick, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that. Steve Gerrard.
Oh, that's a good question. Dufay said, in a final, if you had one player to be on a one-on-one, Sterling or Werner, who are you all picking?
I'm picking Sterling all day long.
In a final. Do you know what it is with Sterling? Like, everyone talks about Sterling and stuff and says, like, he bottles stuff and whatever, but, like, he scored the winning penalty against Chelsea when he was under a lot of pressure, and he scored that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think a lot of people, I think Sterling gets a lot of, and don't get me wrong, he is a frustrating player. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, oh, he's 10 out of 10, because he makes mistakes in it. But I think he just gets slandered way too much considering what he does. You know what I mean? Because he's scored some very, very important goals for us. So far, I'm not saying it won't happen, but so far, Werner hasn't, if we're being honest. I think he scored. Did he score? I think he scored in the final, didn't he? But it was ruled out against Leicester. But I don't think, apart from the league, I don't think, because it was It was Ziyech that scored against Man City in the semi. So I don't know. Maybe the Champions League final will be his time to shine, isn't it? But
we'll soon find out. But love to everyone who's locked.
Play, to be honest, I don't think Sterling will be on the
Probably
pitch.
not. But yeah, he'll probably get off the bench. But we are going to cut. We're back tomorrow. Going to talk from the Arsenal, the Man United Tuesday. Check out the upcoming live stream section. We'll be adding them all, adding all the shows.
We will score in the Champions League semi-final.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A members channel, members special. Big up to everyone who's locked in.